Fuck you, Dante.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy, Dante, and we're back for another episode of Off the Mats Nerdcast. And with me today, all but one Nerdcast episode actually has had this guest, but my usual Maryland Philium.
What's up?
I'm calling you that today, Philium.
I only got replaced one time.
Hey, I mean... And actually, the guest that was on, he wanted to talk Star Wars. I was like, all right, bet. It's like, Star Wars is not really my bag. I know a little bit, but I don't know enough to like, let's have a hour conversation.
Yeah.
I was like, you go ahead and lead, and I'm just going to say, yo, that shit is dumb. Like, fuck the Skywalkers. Actually, that's the only thing, like, the Skywalker saga I'm into. But it's like, as soon as they start getting into like other shit, like in spaceships, I'm like, ooh, yeah, no. I can't pronounce half those names. But still, it was this former guest or past guest, Mike over there in the UK. Really great guy. Like, I actually do want to have him back on one of these podcasts. But Phil, that's not why we're here today. We are here to talk about a brand new day. In fact, one would even say Spider-Man's brand new day. I got notes here, son. I've been practicing that one.
He's throwing haymakers.
I practiced that shit this afternoon. I was like,
Dante's got speeches now.
Oh no, I got notes. I'm gonna
he's doing acting lines.
I'm gonna try to stay on the level of
the
notes, but we're not. Like, we never do. I think even when Mark and I did the episode, we didn't even fucking touch those notes. I swiped.
Yeah, you guys kept on going off on tangents. I listened to it. It was hilarious.
Mark was like, afterwards, like, this was
every time you guys said you were going to wrap up, like for the last 45 minutes, you guys kept on saying you're going to wrap up, and then you kept on talking about something else.
We had a lot to get off our chest. What can I say? Like, we got big feelings, Phil. Fucking relax. So yeah, Spider-Man brand new day, doing big things out there in the theaters, and seems to be well liked by critics and fans alike. So I guess my first question for you, Philium, thoughts? How'd you feel about it?
I liked it. It's not my favorite Spider-Man movie, although it might be the best performance by some of the lead cast that I've seen them do. The movie has what I feel are some problems that people are willing to look past more often than
no,
it
I'm
seems
not.
like. Well, I know you're not, but a lot of people out there are super glazing this movie, and it's good, but I don't think it's quite as good as people are believing it is.
I think the people who are overlooking things are also people. I think the MCU has this issue where the fans who have kind of got everything where it should be early on, more so before the movies, and they're trying to, they've tried like moving things along and get away from the characters that they use to build the MCU. And you got this fan base now that grew up with the MCU characters, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Hawkeye, whatever his name is, Scarlett Johansson, so people can accept that, like, oh, they're going to start using new characters and new actors and stuff. So they do this thing where they go back to the old, but those fans who are in that pocket are also the fans who are probably like, oh no, it's great. This was like the greatest Spider-Man movie ever. It's like,
yeah,
it was fun for sure. Like, it was definitely a lot of fun, but I also felt like No Way Home was fun. Like, I'm okay with fun movies. In fact, there's a meme that goes around the horror community. It shows like bad horror movies, and it says, I said I liked it. I didn't say it was good. Like, you gotta understand. And I'm not saying Brand New Day was bad, but it's one of those ones where it's like, I liked it. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, there are some holes. There are things that you have to look at, and we'll get there with that good, bad, ugly. Oh my God. I didn't even make a list for good, bad, ugly.
I didn't break that down. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Just be firing from the hip.
I'm going like that, and it's going to be hefty. But it'll still be fine. It's fun. But like, for the movie, just getting our scores on the table right away, what are we looking at out of 10?
I've waffled on this a bit now. I think I might have lowered mine to an 8.5.
Okay, that's fair.
It might still be a 9. I did see it twice, but now I'm like...
So I think that's my issue is if I see it a second time, I'm going to have more issues.
Yeah.
So I'm like... And I just told Sarah, we were looking at a YouTube video earlier. I was like, I need this movie to be available because I want to watch it again. But
I think it's going to take a little bit before it's available because they're making really good money on it.
well, they said physical copy will be end of November.
Really? That's very fast.
So, I mean, I think it falls in line with Doomsday coming out.
Yeah. I think Marvel's got that push because
Christmas.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So
That's true.
They've got plans. They know what they're doing. I don't like what they're doing, but I know what they're doing.
So I'm guessing it'll probably hit Stars or something before then a pay-for service.
Not going to Stars.
And then that's where all of them went to before with Sony.
But then once Disney started really leaning on them, they started just going straight to
Disney. Did they? Okay. Because I know the first... I don't remember how No Way Home got distributed to Netflix, I think went first.
That which was weird.
Well, Netflix is got a lot of streaming weight. They got probably the most.
I want to fight
weight.
Netflix. I want to like physically.
Maybe you can get on their card, their next boxing card.
No, fuck those guys. I'm not even worried about like getting beat up by a boxer. I just fucking hate like Netflix, and yet we still have it. Although we did talk about like getting rid of it, but I have some horror content that's on Netflix that I have to watch there so we can do the episodes. But I found out that some of those pieces of content are actually available, even though it says Netflix exclusive. It's available on physical media. So
yeah, so some of them did.
I will end up getting Fall of the House of Usher.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because
I would like to get the original Daredevil seasons from Netflix because I really
did
like those.
see. I remember seeing those in Walmart.
Yeah, I know they had them for like a hot minute and they were gone.
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw them in Walmart. That's the only time I ever saw them.
Because I'd like a little bit of behind the scenes on that stuff. But
of course you would, Phil.
So the more I thought about it, the farther this movie has slipped a little bit down my list of Spider-Man films. Like I think it slipped down to like number 4, number 5 for me now. Out of all the Spider-Man films that have been released.
That's fair. I think I'm still at like an 8. Like I did enjoy it. Again, there are issues galore. I don't want to say issues galore, but there are issues that I just felt like I need more explanation here, and you guys just kind of rushed it. But it was still, like I said, a fun movie to watch. The fight choreography was fucking amazing.
Yeah, and the thing that initially still hypes me for this is the fact that it has all my favorite characters together finally in one movie.
Yeah, true.
And it focused on them, which was very cool. Like Spider-Man and Hulk are my 2 favorites, and Punisher's pretty up there too.
Yeah.
So having all 3 of those characters in one movie, I was like, holy shit, this is my childhood.
Like with the Hulk stuff, I like what they did with the Hulk stuff because my initial thought was like, they're gonna just like fucking make this.
Yeah, they didn't just make him a joke this time, which was a nice change.
No, he was a legit threat.
Yeah.
It was like, oh,
and this is the closest they've ever come to like him character switching.
Yeah,
which is
fucking
the nicest nod they've had to the comic material.
Does that
this version of Ruffalo Hulk is probably my favorite Ruffalo. Still not as good as Norton. Norton's still at the top. He's still the best Banner. Yeah. But this is the best treatment I've seen of Ruffalo Hulk since he's gotten the role.
Does this give you hope moving forward of what they do with the Hulk?
I'd like to think so, but again, this was a collab project between Sony and Marvel, so I don't really fucking know. I still have pretty zero hope for Doomsday. Like, I think that movie's going to be a mess. I will see it because it's me and I will see it, but
yeah,
I will see it kind of randomly.
What was that, December 18th? So 17th.
So, but let me tell you, Doom Part 3 is taking priority for me in December. Not Doomsday, because it's going to be a much better film.
I'm going to probably, because I'll see it on the 17th. I'll probably end up just taking work off that day. Well, no, my dude might want to see it. No, because that's almost a 4 hour long movie. No, I'm taking off. I'm just going to go see it.
I think both those films are probably going to be close to 4 hours.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a marathon 8-hour movie day, Dune Part 3, do a full Dunes day, do Dune Part 3 and Doomsday.
Well, so Dune isn't as big on my radar as others. In fact, I saw the trailer for Dune 3, and I was like, ooh.
I love the first two, so
I got to go back and watch these other ones now. So
they're awesome.
But my first thought was like, in terms of like any optimism for Hulk, and it's like, well, this was Sony. This wasn't Disney.
Yeah. And I'm sure Sony's given Marvel a lot of free reign in here because that way they both have success.
Yeah.
But
I'd like to think, honestly, even though this is under Sony's banner and what have you.
It's largely Marvel pushing it, which is why you have who the villain is in here, because it was just Sony's project. That's no way.
So apparently, and I just saw this video earlier today, I'm not sure. I
have my suspicions as to what happened with this movie. I think it was largely rewritten.
So they were talking about doing the Chameleon.
That would be really cool since that was Parker's first villain ever.
But I can't remember why they switched away from it. And then they also did test screenings and took feedback from the audience.
Okay.
They actually re-edited the movie to kind of answer, any of those things that the audience gave. Mm-hmm. And the production crew, they looked at us they were like, we hate it. Like Tom Holland was basically saying, we did that, we looked at it, we did it again, we looked at it, and we all hated it. So we went with what we, ended up with, which, I'm fine with that. I don't know what the audiences were asking for. In fact, I'm going to be honest, and I know I don't get invited to these test screenings. That's fine. Fuck it. Just fucking put the movie out. Like, who the fucking test screenings? Like the influencer screenings. I think the Odyssey, they skipped over doing influencer screenings, which I fucking love it. Like, no, fuck these guys. It's like, I'm an influencer. Like, this is what I do for a living now. I sit here and I watch movies and I go on the internet and I tell you how bad it is, how excited I am. Cocksucker.
Off the Mats, and So You Like Horror gets you big enough to be an influencer, Dante, then your viewpoint might change.
No.
Because that's coming.
No, it won't. Like, I'm not...
Dante the influencer.
I'm not into that shit. And, like, even though people look at BJJ Wiki and like, oh, you have a following base. It's like, accidentally. I didn't do that shit on purpose. That shit just happened. One day I looked, I saw 25,000. I was like, oh, I got to chill. And then 25 turned to 32. And I was like, okay, maybe I can't chill because it's going to happen naturally by itself. And once it hit 100,000 followers, I was like, okay, I'm not doing this, guys. I promise you. And people
Did you get your little plaque for 100,000?
No.
Is that only YouTube?
It's YouTube. Like, Instagram won't give you shit. All they do is give you a harder algorithm now to navigate. Yeah. They're like, 100,000? Well, we got to challenge this guy. No, you don't. Like, I'm barely doing anything now. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You got to get sponsored, man.
But... No, I'm all right. Like I honestly
put this guy in a Wheaties box,
dude.
or at least on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch box.
Like, in my oh my god, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'm in. Like don't tempt me with a good time. But no, I just stand behind that. Fuck, like having test audiences and influencers and that shit. Because that's the thing. It's like, what's his name? Fucking cannot remember his name now. Lost, the guy who created Lost. I can't remember his fucking name now. But Bad Robot. Yeah. But like a lot of like forums, you read all these things in the forums for the Lost.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. Like you read all these things in the forums, and he was fucking taking a lot of stuff in the forums and fucking with people.
Oh, really?
It was like
for ideas and stuff.
Yeah, but he wasn't even like using them like in like a serious way. He was really just fucking with people. like when people talk about like, oh, it's like St. Elsewhere, it's like in a snow globe. And then in the finale of season 2, one of the characters, like he gets on a boat earlier in the season, he takes off, and then he ends up back. And he's like, we're in a snow globe, brother. And I was like, he saw the forums. He saw motherfuckers talking about that because people are like, oh, I bet you're in a snow globe. And that's all it is. And they're stuck. So, but I don't know. It's like, look, if you're a fucking creator, create. We're trusting your artistic vision. Just do the thing. And sure, I get there is an appreciation for, letting the audience have input. But remember, they're the audience. They're not the creators, because if they were, they'd be doing the fucking job. So sit the fuck down, you fucking losers in the theater and the test audiences, and shut the fuck up. All right. So now that I got that off my chest, whew, I was practicing that earlier too.
I
in the mirror.
Yeah. I always thought that after I saw this, I thought there was a possible rewrite because of how badly Madam Web did. Because it seems like what they did with Jean should have been the Madam Web role, and if that movie had been decent and had been successful, that's the route they would have gone. That would have made a lot more sense to me.
There was something that I think I did hear, like Madam Web was kind of a loosely tied ideal.
It seems like that was the original writing concept to me.
And
just from seeing it, it's like, oh, I can see what they would have done there, and that would have made a lot more sense.
I think
Jean. It's interesting they did.
Spoilers,
Jean,
Phil. God.
That's why we're doing this now. The movie's been out for over a month.
Damn, it is.
But it just seems like Madam Web would have been a better fit, and Jean seems a little bit crammed, like an incorrect puzzle piece crammed into there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as I mentioned, when we talked about it before, one of my issues is there's like 3 stories going on. Mm-hmm. All 3 like good stories, but 3 stories in one movie that probably shouldn't have all been together.
Yeah.
There are 3 stories that could have been their own movie elsewhere or put somewhere else, and putting Jean here. And I get it. This is kind of a launching pad for the mutant saga and really the MCU moving forward, period. So it's like.
So that feels like Marvel leading on Sony's neck quite a bit. Yeah.
They're like, look.
Hey, we need to win.
And
they know Spider-Man is historically successful.
Yeah.
Even if their other movies are not.
Even if the other movies are questionable, it's still going to bring in money. It's still going
Spider-Man always attracts attention. It is their number one single character.
I watched a video the other night. It was basically talking about how did Spider-Man become the most popular character, and it had it made a lot of sense. I don't remember any of it because I took an edible. A little high, so honestly, I probably none of this shit actually really happened. Probably in what I saw, I probably made half of it up, but it made sense to me in my drug-induced stupor. But yeah, with putting the mutants here now and adding Jean, making this a launching pad for the mutant saga moving forward, but also this is a launching pad for the MCU, obviously largely with the mutant saga, but there are other things that spin out of this that set the stage for the MCU moving forward. And I'm okay with that, because if you're going to do this, do it in a movie that's established and well known versus hey, let's do Eternals and then do a launching pad and nobody sees the movie and everybody hates the movie and it's like, oh my God, they set up so many good things. Yeah, but it was dog shit. Nobody saw it. Whereas this movie, it was good. They set up things that probably shouldn't have been set up here. But it's this is maybe the only place you could set it up other than a Doomsday or a Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So, and X-Men is May 5th, 2028. So right after Secret Wars, X-Men.
Yeah, I don't remember the order now. So that's coming right after Secret Wars, right?
Yeah, Secret Wars is December 27th.
Yeah, it's a year from Doomsday, right?
And then you're going to get X-Men in May. So I don't believe there's anything
nothing
in between.
Coming out in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, right? They're keeping it clean.
Correct.
Not even a show.
There might be a show.
Vision's coming in
this October. Yes, but there might be a show.
Okay.
But for the most part, the shows are kind of their own thing. For the most part, which
Vision is the ending of the Wanda trilogy, basically. It seems
yeah. And honestly, there was a video that I watched. Also, I've been doing a lot of YouTube, Phil. A lot of YouTube video watching, and they were talking about. One of the big issues that came about with the MCU after Endgame was it wasn't so much the MCU in itself as much as it was Disney with Disney Plus, because now they had to fill a lot of spots. Plus you had COVID, then you had a writer's strike. Yep. So now you have all this shit and they're like, we got to put a lot of content out. And some of these things were put out before they're even ready to be put out. And then some things were supposed to be movies and they got turned into TV shows. And it was all a big mess. But the big problem to me was there was a lot of watching to do. And you never got the beauty of the MCU in those first 3 phases is that you got 2 movies, maybe 3
in a year. Yeah.
and then you had time to breathe, you had time to appreciate the next one. You never got any of that after Endgame. You didn't have any like anticipation, and even when we did have some anticipation, like Doctor Strange 2, it's like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like I was excited for this. I want to fight them too. But I think at this point now we are in a spot where it's like they understand we can't just keep putting out a bunch of content.
Hopefully they understand that.
And we'll see after Secret Wars and
Disney
X-Men.
Plus flubs.
Because it sounds like they're doing less and less Disney. They're going to have less and less Disney Plus stuff. I think a big part is now like, look, we can do movies and we can like kind of now play the long game on these movies again versus, and I think they also found out kind of the flaw. Like, that's again, the thing is like, let's listen to audiences. They want more. So let's give them more. And it's like, whoa, like we don't want this one. And also some of the content.
The almighty dollar wants more.
Yeah.
So.
And also the content was not the greatest of content, like with a lot of these shows.
It's a very mixed bag.
So I didn't hate all the shows. In fact,
no, I didn't hate them all either.
Most of the shows, with the exception of She-Hulk. And like, and I'm not even like trying to bash She-Hulk, but it just didn't feel like it fit.
Yeah, She-Hulk is a very big mess. There was too many writers in that room. They couldn't decide what they wanted to do with it.
Yeah, at some point you just got to be like, look,
that show was all over the place.
Like, sit down. Like there's 2 of us here. We're knocking the story out. Meanwhile, they're like, nah, it's all right. We can have like 16 people in here, right? That should make a better story. On the contrary, dickhead. No. So yeah, like this being like a launching pad, I think is a fun thing. It's a fine thing. Better than any of the other options that we would have had. Like the initial rumors, I don't want to say initial, but I heard some early rumors talk about an X-Men show or a mutant show. Ooh. Then the X-Men not being called X-Men, but being called the Mutants.
Well, how many times have they already tried that with the Fox show? Yeah. That I never saw, but that was, I mean,
it came out on my birthday. It was,
but that had like Polaris in it and stuff.
Yeah. It was like, wait, which Fox? The Generation X, that one?
No, the one that came out in the 2010s or whatever. Was it?
About that one.
It wasn't. It was the X-Men without being called the X-Men.
Mutant X.
Maybe.
Because I know there was the Havoc comic book Mutant X, and there was a show called Mutant X, but I don't think they were connected. I don't think I never watched it.
No, there was a. It was a show where Polaris was a main character. I forget what it was called. It was on regular Fox. And then there was the FX show called Legion, which was also tied to the X-Men, but actually was well written. Yeah. That show was fucking phenomenal.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
You can watch it on Hulu. It's fantastic.
I have it on my Phil. Yeah. I got a lot of shit to watch. A lot of content.
Dan Stevens playing Legion. And the guy, I forget his name, but the guy playing, they had a guy playing Farouk, the Shadow King, in there, and he was fantastic.
The thing about stuff like that too is like when you have all these characters, all this content, and it's all spread like that. Like again, you go back to Fox specifically. It's like you have the X-Men, all of the X-Men. You can make a fantastic universe of X-Men stories.
Yep, they could.
And instead, they made the Dark Phoenix, and and it's like
they also made the Apocalypse movie.
Phil. Where don't do this right now.
Oscar Isaac got to play Power Rangers villain.
Not in front of company, Phil. Like, that shit hurt me the most.
That poor man.
Like he
was so excited to play that role, and it was awful.
Like when they showed that post credit after Days of Future Past, I got teary eyed. I was like, oh my god, they're doing it.
They're gonna do Apocalypse finally.
And then I saw the movie.
And then the movie came out, and I was like, oh my god, what are you doing?
Yeah, I remember we walked out of that bitch, and Joe pat me on the shoulder. And like, dude, I'm sorry. I was like, dude, I don't even know how to feel right now.
Because Days of Future Past was actually a pretty good movie. That's still my favorite X-Men movie.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. It did the thing. You know, again, like Brand New Day, it was fun. It was a good movie, and it had some issues, but the issues made sense. So it was like, okay, you know, we can let that ride. But yeah, Fox could have did so much, and they decided, hey, we're going to make these movies here, we're going to have these shows over here, and they're not even really connected, and then we're going to reboot the X-Men, we're going to do a First Class, and we're going to make Jennifer Lawrence the lead, and we're going to make Mystique super important, and in that third movie with her, we're going to make her makeup look like dog shit, and everyone's going to love it because we're going to kill her, and then like it's going to be fucking great. And it's like, dude, there's only so much cocaine that you can fucking hit before, like, somebody says stop writing. Like, oh man, sorry, I got emotional right there. So yeah, okay, I got notes here, Phil. I got notes.
We're pulling a Coach Mark. We're going all over the place.
Yeah, well, when we start talking about mutants, dude, that's my thing. You look at this basement, all the action figures.
Well, I mean, with Brand New Day, you can't help but talk about mutants. Jean Grey is one of the leads.
They introduced, like the mutant. And it's like, oh, well then. Like, and it was, honestly, it made sense too, in the sense of, like, if you're going to do a mutant here and make them the quote unquote villain, I guess it makes sense. She's.
I don't know. I think that's a bit of a miswrite.
Phil, let me have this one. I'm trying.
Go ahead. Argue your point. Go ahead.
This is an argument. I'm just trying to salvage this. Okay. I'm doing this for Sony. Okay. Uh-huh. It makes sense because of her.
Sony is making billions off this movie. They don't need you to salvage it for them.
Phil, you don't know how much they're paying me right now.
So, oh, really? Where's my cut?
I mean, well, we'll see what the numbers do on this episode. If we crack 1,000,
I'm a bigger Spider-Man fan than you are.
Absolutely. but let me just tell you, Phil, it's my equipment.
That's true. It's your show.
This is my show right now.
It
says Off the Mats Nerdcast, not Off the Mats Philcast.
But they know if they see that Nerdcast.
They know.
They're like, oh my God, Phil's back.
That's why when Mike
time
was
to
on
tune
there,
out of this one.
I'm pretty sure like they saw the other Nerdcast and Mike was on. I was like, who the fuck is this?
They're not talking about BJJ. It's time to click this shit off.
No, people tune into the Nerdcast. The jiu-jitsu community actually has a very heavy comic book fan base. So surprisingly, people listen. I'm like, oh, you guys want to hear us? Okay, because let me tell you, I'm gonna cuss a lot. And sometimes I'd be quoting facts wrong on purpose. I
just get people riled up.
I'd be saying shit just for fun.
I know. You try to get me.
Phil, the night's still young. I got you. But how well do you think this movie handles Peter having a life outside of Spider-Man, or having no life outside of Spider-Man?
I think that feels a lot like the book when he's in between girlfriends, which is kind of what this is supposed to be. Like, he's pining for Mary Jane. He's got Parker's traditionally had girl problems his entire career, so
that's wild because he married one of the baddest redheads out there. It's he kind of struggles with women. It's not that he was struggling; it was just the perfect one was coming along.
Yeah.
And when MJ got there, it was like, dang girl, covers match the drapes.
And I mean, he asked her to marry him twice in the books, and she only said yes the second time.
I feel I don't know. That's kind of toxic. I would have no the first time. We're going. Oh, never mind. Let me go call Felicia real quick.
Yeah, because he met Felicia after him and MJ broke up the first time.
Find out about that white hair.
I mean, dude, Felicia is like the baddie.
Yeah. So there's an antique shop down on in Ellicott City at the bottom. I'm walking through there one day. First appearance of Black Cat sitting right there.
Oh shit!
I did not have money on me.
Okay.
And I went back.
How much were you asking for?
100? 100
okay,
120.
That's not bad.
120. And it looked really good. From what I could see.
I had a copy of it, and I sold mine because I needed money.
Look, Phil, that's what I do too when I got to buy drugs.
Well, no, I was not working full time at the time, so I needed money.
Neither was I, Phil. Trust me, when you got to get that fix.
Mine did not. Just to clarify, due to my working situation, my selling my comics did not go to drugs. They went to groceries and bills.
It should have, Phil. It should have.
Maybe.
If it would have went to drugs, you wouldn't need groceries. Trust me. Let me show. But yeah, another note here of Peter and his female struggles. I just can't help but notice in Homecoming, he going after the black chick, then he ends up with Zendaya, and then the white chick in Brand New Day was like, "Yeah, I live over there." He was like, "Ew."
Oh yeah, so, yeah. She's the beautiful girl in the apartment. I was like, is that supposed to be a version of Gwen? He's like, oh, he shies away from the white girls.
He's like, nah.
I'm good.
A little pale for me, girl. What we doing here? I need some melanin. Like, what's up?
But he was willing to steal her clothes.
Yeah, that's
Juicy written on his ass.
I've got other questions wrong.
That was great. She's like, is that my shirt? No. He walks out of the elevator with the juicy pants on. I was like, dang.
And I will say the movie did handle humor better than
so a lot of people have been talking about that. This was not like the general Marvel gags or the Thor style Marvel gags.
Well, I think with Thor Love and Thunder specifically, homeboy who directed the other one, he was like, well, the humor worked really well there, so let's crank it up in the next one. I was like, why? Like, what are you doing, dummy?
That's his thing.
But then like this, the director here, he directed Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah. I knew he had directed something. I couldn't remember which one he had done prior.
And just kind of when you do that comparison there, I mean, even though they had Aquafina there, then they had humor, but it was still humor that was limited to her. It made sense when it happened, and it wasn't overtaking the plot and distracting.
I don't know. She's distracting to me, but I can't stand Aquafina. I think she's terrible.
Oh, Phil, relax. I'm not sure why you're yelling.
Because I would have liked Shang-Chi a lot better without her in it.
Like, Phil, he needed his comic relief. He needed a female best friend. Phil, like, why are you doing this right now? You're so mean. Like, you're just yelling and fucking being disrespectful.
I'm not yelling. My voice just carries.
Aquafina. Like, in her talent. I don't know what she does, but...
Talent? That's questionable.
She won an Oscar. I'm not sure for what, but she won an Oscar.
Really? For what? Yeah,
I don't know.
What?
But she won an Oscar. Yeah, she did. And I was like, that's crazy work.
That is crazy. Now I'm curious.
I think it was like the Joy Luck Club or something.
Oh, okay.
Well, no. I think when they redid the Joy Luck Club, I think it was like all black people, which was crazy. Like, no, it's a fact though. I was like, wow, really? I thought they had something specific to Asians, but okay, whatever. But yeah, I think they handled the humor very well here.
Yeah, definitely.
Versus like any of the other Marvel properties and Fantastic Four. I mean, I guess really the last three projects.
Hold up.
What's that?
Aquafina has never been nominated for an Academy Award, according to Google.
Then what am I? What kind of? I must.
That's why I was like, I don't remember her winning anything at all. So
then what was I on that I saw she won an award? And I was like, really? Like her? For what?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, she's been in a lot of stuff, sure, but yeah, she's never been nominated as far as I know, which tracks with her abilities, I guess. She has never struck me as being.
You do not need to be disrespectful to that young lady. She was fantastic in Jumanji.
Oh, I see. I've never seen the Jumanjis with her. I've only ever seen the original Jumanji with Robin Williams.
She was only in one of them. But
okay.
She was fantastic.
Oh, really?
No, she wasn't.
I'll take your word for it.
She was not. She and The Rock were two of the weaker points.
Yeah, she's definitely not fantastic in Shang-Chi.
But Jack Black in Jumanji.
Well, Jack Black is
fucking great. And surprisingly, hilarious. Kevin Hart actually did a great job. And I was like, really?
I'll take your word for that, too, because I can't.
Well,
I think Kevin Hart's grossly overrated as a comedian.
We'll not talk about his comedy. We just talk about because they had to be the other.
Yeah. He
and Jack Black did
switched,
but they switched with others, and they played the others very well, but like The Rock, not so much.
I can see why some people don't like Jack Black for his comedy style, but. I think it hits a lot, but I'm also a fan of his music too.
Who's the redhead chick who played?
She's great. She's done a ton of stuff.
Not in Jumanji, she wasn't.
No, she wasn't. Oh, okay.
And that was the one that shocked me. I was like,
because usually she's pretty good.
I thought so.
She's the lady who plays Nebula.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, Phil.
Sorry.
Nebula. See, when you're so angry at Aquafina,
yes,
you don't hear me.
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
Like
Totally.
it's that Kelly Clarkson song, "Hear Me," I need you to hear me, and you aren't. All right, sorry about that. Like as far as like this movie though, did it give you what you were hoping for or expecting?
It gave me what I wanted to see for Spider-Man, Hulk, Punisher, and actually Zendaya. Because I'm not a huge Zendaya fan, but I think for Holland and her, this was probably their best performance that they've done. Even though this isn't my favorite Spider-Man movie with them, I think out of the 4 Spider-Man movies they've been in, this is this had the most emotional resonance. It's also the most grown up, and they've grown together, and you could tell they play well off each other because they've known each other for a long time. I mean, they're fucking married now in real life. So and that's also the reason why, even though this is a watered down Punisher, and some of the stuff he does is a little more campy in this compared to what we've seen him do in his more serious Punisher role in the past, you could tell that he and Tom Holland have a really good working relationship because they've done so much other stuff together in the past. So, like the hospital scene, I know they did each other's what do you call it? Their line coverage when you're working on a set. They did each other's, so they knew exactly what would hit. And so that's the scene with crying. Actually, people have clowned on that a little bit, but I don't know. I think it has a good emotional punch, which is a good reason to do it.
I think people are too. Again, people who were like, I just like the Punisher and Venom and Deadpool because
I like those characters.
Cool.
Well, I don't really like Deadpool.
Well,
I love
but
Punisher
I mean,
and Venom.
you're a fan though, and you can detach the ideal. Whereas, like, you get these fucking bros that jump in. Is like, like
just because he kills people. I like the Punisher because he's such a tragic character. Not because he's just murdering everybody.
Because he's not.
The whole point of the Punisher is just show you not to do that.
He's not just murdering people like for the sake of murdering people. Like, and even when you look at Venom, it's like, you know, Eddie Brock is having a fucking conflict with the symbiote. You know, so it's not like, I'm just killing.
Venom hits for me on multiple levels because it's very much like John Carpenter's The Thing, but it's also like he was the big Spider-Man villain when we were kids. It's
like people have very simplistic ideals of characters without really knowing the characters. And you know, I can even say that too, but at least I'm going to go do the homework. It's like, well, let me go try to understand what am I seeing here versus like, oh man, he was he was jokey and he wasn't like, you know, being like the regular Punisher. He didn't kill somebody. Like, he shouldn't even been in this movie. It's like, I mean, he debuted in Spider-Man. So, I mean.
Yeah, I totally makes sense for him to be in a Spider-Man movie since he's been classically an antagonist for Parker since his origin in the 70s.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm fine with it. Fucking be fine with the people. Like, dickheads.
Because he was being put in here and they were doing a genetics angle, I was wondering if they were going to do Miles Warren. Because the Jackal is the reason Punisher gets introduced in the comics back in 76.
So there are people like, you know, who sit there and watch things over and over and over and over and over and start like looking at the background. They're like, there's something in the background. I was like, oh, that's like might be a hint towards the Jackal. It's like, sometimes I think people just like reaching.
Yeah, some people read a little bit too much into things.
Yeah. Well, even before the movie came out, we get the trailers. You know, people are like, oh, you know, remember in No Way Home, they're like, you know, you saw like in
the mist, they saw like the Rhino and Black Cat and what is it, Scorpion or.
Well, no, but like even like in the trailer though, initially what they're showing, like when you see Spider-Man swinging out and you see like if you look, you see Lizard kind of flail back like he'd been hit. So it's like, oh, they removed someone from the panel, stuff like that, which it tracked. It was true. But then they talk about this trailer like, oh, I mean, he's fighting the Hand, and if you look right here, there's a big gap, so there's got to be someone else there fighting with him, probably Daredevil or maybe Punisher. And then when you actually see him, it was like, no, it was actually no one. It was just him fighting the Hand.
I was disappointed that they pulled a Fantastic Four with this movie, and the scenes where he's fighting the other villains are only a real quick clip like they do with the other villains in Fantastic Four.
Well, the thing is, though, Phil, if they crammed all these villains in here, then it's going to be, you know...
I mean, we have yet to get a Sinister Six.
Yeah, but I had a feeling they weren't doing Sinister Six.
No, in this,
But like as soon as they like were listing all the stuff, I was like, oh, they're gonna do a montage, which I'm fine with that because it gives you that history or like that history because it's been 5 years since we got the last Spider-Man movie. So there's been time. And that's what I do like there too, is that we've had time for them in real life to grow up.
Yeah.
So now it tracks into the movie and you see them as like, oh, okay, these are adults now. They're not children. And like it feels it too. So, because I remember like we talked about this probably after Amazing Spider-Man 2. Not Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Far From Home.
The one with Mysterio. Far From Home, yeah.
Yeah.
And Adam had brought up, he was like, I'm sick of seeing like teenage Spider-Mans. Like we
need to
have
see,
yet to have seen an adult Spider-Man, like, you know, being grown up and like kind of transitioning there. And here we are now doing that, which
finally,
I like. The question is, are they going to kill him at some point? So like, all right, bring in Miles. I was like, yo, chill.
So I think, what was it? I think Bobby had mentioned the little kid that he pats on the head in the beginning. He's like, is that supposed to be Miles? I mean, I don't know. I think that's a bit too young almost for it to be introduced now as Miles. I would want to see Miles a little bit older than that.
Yeah. As far as Kevin Feige has said, I don't think they're going to try to hint at Miles until after this third
we'll see.
Spider-Verse. Because it says after that, all bets are off. They'll do whatever.
Because they put Prowler in live action in the second ones.
My theory with that had been, and like this was even before the second one, was like, I got a feeling that they're going to, in a post-credit, end up transitioning them to the MCU. And then once you see, okay, we're doing the third one, and everything's taking so long with all these movies because they're like, we want it to be like, we don't want to half-ass it. We want to make sure everything is right. And I was also thinking like, oh, they're probably going to try to, transition that live action, because I wouldn't be shocked if like, we got Secret War or Doomsday, then we got that, and then Secret Wars next year. I mean, they could do something where time runs out storyline and that happens. And I don't know if they're going to put him in Secret Wars. I don't think that's going to be the case, but that sets up now like, okay, he is live action. And after Secret Wars, because like I think we are at a point with all of the MCU. Now we're getting mutants. You got your Spider-Man stuff. You still have your Avengers stuff, your Fantastic Four stuff. You can now do movies in their own bubbles, and they're still in the same universe, like the comics. Like you don't have to have everything immediately attached to another movie. You can have Fantastic Four fighting Fantastic Four villains, Avengers fighting whatever the fuck they fight. I'm not an Avengers fan, despite that fucking shelf over there. I was like, I honestly don't. I have like
There's a lot of people for Avengers to fight still.
I have 3 Avenger comic books in my collection. 4 Avenger comic books in my collection. And one of them is the first appearance of Rogue. And that's the only reason I have that. I couldn't give 2 shits about the Avengers. In fact, if they said we're not doing it anymore, I'd be like, bet. I ain't even
do another Avengers movie at some point. But I think after Secret Wars, they're going to focus on the X-Men stuff a lot.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. They can do their X-Men world. They can do their Spider-Man stuff. They can do the Fantastic Four stuff and Avengers stuff, and all not have to cross into each other constantly. And
I'd love to see that somebody introduce Norman Osborn and then do a Dark Avengers movie.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that'd be cool, because then you could bring in Poindexter from and have him be Hawkeye's replacement.
I mean, I'm not mad at that. Let's go Dark Avengers all the way.
Since you have Gargan as Scorpion already, I'm pretty sure that's the route they're going to go with Venom. Because I don't think they're going to do Eddie Brock in the MCU. I think they'll just go straight to Gargan since he already exists. And have him be the Venom for the MCU.
They already fucked it all up anyway, Eddie Brock. So, Sony.
Yeah.
Fuckers. But yeah, fuck them. Sorry, Phil. I'm just a little...
It's a logical way to do Venom and still have a character that the audience knows. Established.
Some of the audience.
No, I mean, Gargan has been in multiple films now.
True. Okay.
He started out in Homecoming, then he shows up again.
Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
He was there. He was Scorpion there, too.
But he's called Scorpion?
No.
See, I don't know Better Call Saul.
No, but
is he called
every time
Scorpion
I saw him, I just kept thinking Scorpion.
I know that's the show he's known from, but...
I was like, that guy Scorpion. And so I was like, will you shut the fuck up? Just I can't.
At least he got to act a little bit in this. He got some actual shit to do.
Yeah. No, he got shit to do in that post-credit. was like, I heard you know who Spider-Man is.
Morbius? Oh no! Oh no! That's awful.
But yeah, I think an issue with the Sony verse as well is like, again, they tried doing all these Spider-Man projects without Spider-Man. It's like, so when they brought up the idea, like, hey, let's put Madam Web and tangle that into all this, is like, nah, you guys kind of suck at making Spider-Man movies, so we don't really want to touch anything that you guys are touching. Mm-hmm. We just want the name Spider-Man. Like the rest of your shit sucks, except for that animated shit. like we'll take that off your hands too. And sooner or later, we're just gonna buy you and move on.
See,
so. Like, I think they're just fucking around with him right now. They're like,
he's collecting. That's the old adage of Mickey Mouse with the Infinity Gauntlet, collecting companies like Infinity Stones.
Like they bought Fox, was like, oh, it's on. And it's like they're looking at Sony like, you see what we just did here?
But Fox has still remained kind of 20th century still remained or 21st century studios.
Yeah,
it still remained kind of a separate entity inside of Disney.
Yeah, but they. Yeah. But they still got their mutants though. Yeah. So they're looking at Sony like, if we want Spider-Man,
and the mutants and the Fantastic Four back,
we'll get Spider-Man. Like, in fact, we're just fucking with you right now. If we want to own you,
Sony's going to cling on to that like grim death, man, because they know that Spider-Man is a cash cow.
Disney knows that, and the operative word you just said there was death. They know. They know what it takes.
I mean, Sony is a gigantically successful company with PlayStation and everything, so.
Yeah, PlayStation's fucking up too.
They are.
So,
but you know what's coming that's going to keep PlayStation afloat is GTA 6.
Yeah, for now. Mm-hmm. And then eventually they're like, hey, wait a minute. Yeah. My system's not working. My games aren't working.
Yeah.
And then Disney's like, hey, we'll buy you.
Disney's waiting for Disney's waiting like the guy behind the tree meme where he's like licking his lips. It's like waiting for Sony to keep on fucking up with not doing physical media anymore and everything, pissing off the PlayStation fan base.
As soon as Sony messes up, Disney's gonna swoop right in. We're like, we got this.
We got you. Here's our offer.
Like,
and now we got Spider-Man back, motherfuckers.
Now that I even think about it, it all fucking makes sense because Michael Jackson, the Michael movie, popped up on Stars. Sony. It didn't even click.
Yeah,
because I was angry. I was like, "Yo, it's on." But we just happened. We did like the Stars deal. It was like $6 for the year. I was like, I hate Stars, but there's like 2 things that Sarah wants to watch, and I was like,
"Did you watch the Michael movie?"
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think?
I enjoyed it. I still haven't seen it yet. I had some issues, but I enjoyed it for the nostalgia. But I felt like
the trailer did look really good.
I feel like they just kind of went through things very quickly and didn't. There's like
they didn't really dig into the meat of it, really.
Yeah, right? and it's like
kind of what I was afraid of.
There's a lot of stuff with like the Thriller album, which they did kind of go into it, but it's like off the wall. There's a lot more they could have done there, and it ends in '88. So
yep, that's a good place to end a part 1. But we'll see if we ever get a part 2. Well, I think the movie was very financially successful.
Yeah, so. I mean, it ended by saying his story will continue. So I'm believing. I saw something that they did say, but I don't know when the production's supposed to start on it.
Yeah,
but someone did do.
They're gonna have to. Oh man, if they're really gonna do this part 2 of that, they're really gonna have to clear the legal air for that because
that's actually off the table. Like you can't talk about any of that.
Then
stuff.
What are they gonna do for part 2? I mean, come on.
There's quite a bit you can still do musically.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, because you have your bad album, you have your dangerous album. Because I mean, if you're doing it on the music, you still have a lot of musical stuff you can do. Now, the problem that you run into is like when they get to the History album, and he collabs with Janet, and
they basically cut Janet out of it. So what the fuck?
She wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
so
they wouldn't let her. Yeah,
unless they sort something out going into the second one, because I feel like that was a big part of the story too. Janet.
It feels like I heard people say that it felt like she was completely like it felt like she should have been in some of it and she wasn't.
Sarah was actually very, very vocal.
I heard she wasn't going to be in it at all, and I was like, "Ooh, that's going to be kind of odd for Janet not to show up at least once."
Yeah, well, because like when they show all the kids, even in the background, you don't see a little Janet running around, but you also don't see Reby running around. So you don't see Randy running around. So but I think those are also the ones that were like, yeah, we don't want nothing to do with it. But LaToya did, because LaToya would do anything for $1.
The toilet was definitely in there.
But, yeah, and then even after the nose job, she's like, "Oh, it looks really good." It's like, "Oh,
man.
we knew where that was going."
It looks like it's really good now. Oh man.
All right, my bad. We on the wrong movie, man. I'm sorry.
All right.
I was mad at Sony and started talking about I was mad that they got Michael.
Oh, we're still on the topic of Sony. We're still it's valid. It was still a Sony movie.
But yeah, that ended up on Stars, and I was annoyed.
We just deviated to PlayStation for 5 minutes. Speaking of which, the Wolverine game comes out next month.
Good. I don't have a PlayStation.
Yeah,
I mean, I got a PS3 over there. Who's doing karaoke?
PS5 either. PS3 has the original good Wolverine game in X-Men Origins.
I actually don't even have a controller for the PS3.
What?
It's broken, so I just have the buttons so I can turn the karaoke game on.
Nice.
I can't actually play any games on my PS3, and I can't even find a controller at a decent price. So I'm just
It had the good Wolverine game on it and the good Hulk game on it.
Well, I believe you, Phil.
Based on the movies.
I only have like hockey games on my PS3 and karaoke.
Yeah, you would have really liked Marvel.
Oh no, I actually have the Deadpool on PS3.
Oh yeah, see, I never finished that one. I got to go through that.
It
was. I started playing. It was fun.
It was fun,
but I think you would really. Did you ever play Marvel Alliance 2? You would really like that. That was a lot of fun.
I have
because that really followed the comics with Civil War.
I've discovered that I really don't like video games. Like every time I start playing them, the Batman Arkham series.
Okay,
I did really enjoy those, but like most other games, I start them and I just there's a issue with me in video games where it's like I have to have a specific time window. If I don't play enough, I obsess over it later because I didn't play enough, and if I play too much, well. Too much is the operative word. So sorry about that, guys. We're here.
We're still talking about Sony.
We're here. As far as Spider-Man and Tom Holland goes, got my notes here, Phil. Has Tom Holland finally become your Spider-Man rather than simply just the MCU Spider-Man?
I think Tom Holland all around is still my favorite version out of the live action ones. And I do really like Maguire, and Maguire still holds the crown for Spider-Man 2. That's still my favorite Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
But I think Holland all around is a better mesh of Spider-Man and Parker. Maguire is really good as Parker. He was not so great in the suit. He's okay in the suit, but and Garfield I don't really care for as Parker at all. Garfield's great in the suit, but he's not any version of Parker that I know. He is just the coolest guy on the block, and that's not Parker.
I remember having that conversation back at an old job, and one of the guys, and it was like, well, you have to understand the definition of nerd has changed.
Yes,
over the
it
years.
definitely has.
It has, but he's still the cool, confident kid.
Yeah, exactly.
And Parker is not that.
Yeah.
It's like when Flash has a kid hanging him up over the trash. It's like, Parker, take a picture. It's like, no, put him down. And then he's like,
and that's before
up.
he ever gets his superpowers in the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. He's like talking back to Flash. It's like, really? How is that Parker?
Parker would have just kept walking.
He kept walking, or he'd have tried to avoid getting beat up.
Yeah. So, but I love Andrew Garfield in the suit. It's like, dude.
And Andrew Garfield's a great actor and tons of other stuff. I've seen him in other stuff.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
But
he's really solid.
Someone got mad at me because I only knew him from Spider-Man. I was like, well, listen up, whore. Like, I only have so much time to watch films, and I don't watch art house films.
Andrew Garfield does a lot of art house stuff. Spider-Man role he's done is definitely the most famous stuff he's done.
I don't know
whether you like or not like the Amazing Spider-Man movies. It's definitely the most public stuff he's done.
You're using school words again, Phil. I didn't read a dictionary today. I looked at my notes and I practiced some of my lines.
He's in a movie, a historical film coming up that he looks amazing in.
I did.
Hacksaw Ridge is the other thing that you should see, and that's a Mel Gibson film, believe it or not.
I think Mel Gibson is a good
really
filmmaker.
Good. Oh yeah, Mel Gibson's really solid.
He's a wild dude, but he's a good filmmaker.
He's not necessarily the nicest guy on the block, but
he's not invited to Thanksgiving. But
I mean, Kevin Spacey is an amazing actor, but he's a problematic person.
Also not invited to Thanksgiving. Kanye neither.
But if you ever seen Hacksaw Ridge, Andrew Garfield's lead in that. It's really, really good. Vince Vaughn is also in that as his commanding officer.
Huh. Good to know. I mean, I'm not going to watch it, but it's too much shit to watch, Phil. I got to watch Silence of the Lambs. We got an episode.
Yeah, I got to rewatch that before we do that. I got to probably rewatch Aliens before we redo that.
I got to do True Blood this week.
That's a lot, right? Isn't that like 5 seasons?
Apparently it's 7.
What?
I did not
See,
know.
I never had HBO when True Blood was on, so I never watched it.
Neither. Well, I think I got it at the end because we had the DVDs and then we started.
Was Anna Paquin the lead through the entire 7 seasons? Holy fuck!
So I
didn't know that show lasted that long.
I read some stuff today, trying to do like recaps. And I was like, I remember a lot of stuff, but I didn't remember these things in later, like this late in. But also, there's a recap video I'm watching right now. It's like 2 hours long and it's going through each season. I'm like, okay, I got to figure out how to handle this episode because we're not doing a recap. We are doing a discussion. It's going to be Sarah and I. We're going to have a conversation, and I got to figure out the questions.
A 5-hour conversation.
No, it ain't. I got to figure out the questions to ask her directly to get answers to have a conversation
So
back.
you guys have watched the whole thing together.
Yeah. We've watched it before, but we haven't watched it in over a decade.
Yeah.
So Phil.
I can't believe that show's that old now. Damn.
So just to kind of point this out again, I'm not watching Hacksaw Ridge because I got to watch True Blood.
Fair.
And it sucks because I'd rather watch Hacksaw Ridge.
That's less than 3 hours. So.
Well, also like True Blood, the first 2 seasons even, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean, that's when people were talking about it all the time. That's why I didn't realize that the show lasted 7 seasons because people dropped off talking about it after a while.
I thought it was 5 because I'm pretty sure I have season 5 upstairs. Like I think the other seasons I loaned to somebody and
oh boo!
I don't even know who I gave it to. I don't even loan my shit out like that. Like, but I was like,
I've learned not to over the years because I've had too much stuff going missing.
Well, I'm very selective now. Like Steve, I let Steve borrow Obsession the other week. He brought it back.
So you got the disc out here,
and then I let him borrow Michael.
Oh, you got the disc for Michael?
Yeah, because it's on Stars. Once our Stars thing ends, and I liked it enough where I'm going to watch it again. Okay. Like because I think I watched while I was on the treadmill the other day. Like I really enjoy because again the nostalgia there just really like takes me back, and it is a good movie. I mean his nephew I think did a really good job
playing him. Yeah, and he wasn't somebody super famous that directed it too.
What's his name? I cannot remember his name, but yes, it's
okay. Spike Lee, was it?
No. And then the cast, I think the cast was really fucking good too. Everyone. I was like, God damn, this is like you got everything here. It's just like your story just feels very
somebody
like
super famous who played his dad, right?
What's his name? From what the fuck was he in? I know him from stuff. Like
so he's a definitely known actor.
Yes. Domingo?
Oh, him, yeah. Yeah, he's great. He was the guy in Backrooms. Yeah.
Okay.
And
spoiler alert, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
We were going to rent it, but you came over. So actually I was trying to find where I could buy a copy. It was like my buddy.
Oh no. I'm confused you guys. Never mind.
Oh, black people look alike. Okay, fair.
I expect that joke. Sorry. No, the guy from Backrooms is the guy who played Mordo.
Yeah.
Mordo. Sorry.
Doctor Strange too. Yeah. They don't even look remotely close to the same dude.
Yeah, you are totally correct.
I know I am.
And he was awesome as Mordo, and they should have brought him back instead of doing that Doctor Strange 2 trash.
I agree. They
set him up at the end of the first Doctor Strange, and I was like, oh man, Mordo's going to be awesome.
Perfect setup for a sequel. And they just dropped the ball and said, let's get Sam Raimi and do Evil Dead 4.
But I did just see Domingo in something else, and that's why I confused him. What was he in?
Yeah.
He was just in something.
Yes. And that's what I was like. He was in something. I can't remember.
Besides the Michael Jackson movie, because I don't...
I can't remember now.
Yeah, because Domingo is super famous.
But yeah, him and Nia Long is Catherine, their mom.
And somebody else played Quincy Jones. Who played Quincy?
I don't remember.
Somebody else super famous.
But then Miles Teller is... in there.
Yeah, I forgot Miles Teller was in it.
Who else? But yeah, the cast.
Quincy Jones.
Cast was fucking great. Yeah. So, all right, yo, we back Spider-Man. My bad, yo. Look, it's Phil. You know, this is what we do.
We're all over the place. Yeah.
Like we start talking. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, like, did you get that card I sent you? Like, oh yeah, like the quality of paper is fucking great, dude. Like, paper quality is up tremendously. You know, it's like, God damn it, these two again. Never listen to another fucking nerdcast. Fucking nerds. But yeah, I think Tom Holland. This is like Spider-Man to me now. Just like a complete Spider-Man.
Who's your favorite live action?
Live action. I mean, right now, especially after this. I mean, I like Tom, and it took some time for like Tom Holland to warm up to me, just because it was like
I've heard a lot of people complain that he's too whiny, but I don't really see that.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I didn't think of it that way. Like, I think by the time, like, Far From Home, like, it started kind of warming up to me. Like, No Way Home, despite its problems, I think I really liked him there. Like, there's a lot that he did. I was like, okay, I think this is my Spider-Man now. And then, like, Brand New Day, for sure. I was like, okay, I don't want anyone else playing this role. Like, period. I was about to go on another rant, Phil. I was like, in fact, I was just listening to George Michael, and I don't want a George Michael movie, and that's my favorite singer.
Dude, the George Michael, the Wham documentary on Netflix was great.
So there's one on Peacock that's really, really good, and it came out right before the one on Netflix.
Oh, really?
And I never watched the one on Netflix because I watched one on Peacock.
I don't have Peacock.
And I loved it. Well,
the Netflix one was
we just canceled Peacock back in January because like
Netflix had two. They had one on Wham itself and then one on Last Christmas, and by that song specifically.
Oh,
yeah.
So now
you should watch both of those
before we cancel it.
They're both worth watch if you're a George Michael fan.
But like I was like, if they make a George Michael movie,
who would play him? Who would you have play him?
I don't
George
know.
Michael?
That's why I was like, I don't know who I could see playing him.
I'm trying to think of who I would.
I would honestly say go with someone unknown.
Yeah, probably.
Because if you put like a face there, a known actor, that's all we're gonna see.
Hard. Although I did just see Jeff Daniels play Reagan, and that movie was fucking amazing. He was great in The Brink of War. I
could see that.
That's my favorite movie of the year so far. And what was it? Jared Harris played Gorbachev, and he was fantastic as well.
Noted.
Yeah.
I'll have to catch that somewhere.
Yeah,
yep. Sure.
It's in theaters, so when that comes to streaming, you should definitely see it. It's amazing.
I've heard things. I'm like, okay, if it pops up and I have the time, for sure.
Yeah.
So as far as like the whole, I guess MJ, Ned, Peter.
So that stuff I think they handled very well. The scene with the three of them after the scene where she has the letter with him, I think they were really well done.
Yeah.
I'm glad they put the reminders in the dialogue of like Parker's as Spider-Man has saved them multiple times, and at this point they don't know who he is anymore. So they've been following each other all their life, and I love the fact that Ned has the spider tracker thing. I thought that was super cute, and the fact that Frank is using it to track him too. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Although that leads into the post-credit scene, which is one of the worst post-credit scenes I've ever fucking seen. I was like, that's fucking lame. Come on, guys.
That was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly can do without post-credits, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's just for it.
But I mean, it's like, okay, we get it. We're leading Secret Wars here.
But I mean, what with Doom at the end of Fantastic Four was really good.
Yeah.
Where he's got Franklin.
That's supposedly a scene from Doomsday.
Yep.
That and the one after.
Well, that's what they used to do a little bit back in the early phases, where they would take scenes from other films and
they did that with Captain America. Yep. They did that with Ant-Man or Civil War. I think they did it with Ant-Man leading into Civil War.
Yeah,
is what it was. So I mean, and I'm fine with that kind of post credit. Give me a teaser of the next film from the actual film.
Yeah,
that's fine. But I felt like the relationship there between those three was probably the strongest part of the movie.
Yeah,
because like when people ask me, because like, first off, I hate when people say don't spoil it. Because the second you say don't spoil it, I'm going to do it on purpose now. Because fuck you.
Yeah, I think that I think you're right. That's definitely the strongest part of the movie. That's probably, if we're going to do good and bad, good, bad, and ugly. That's definitely one of the good things.
Like, I felt like I would tell people it had a lot of heart. The movie had a lot of heart, and those three were responsible for that because of that connection. What we know from the last movie, I ain't gonna lie, that at the end, the handshake, the tears started. Like, they didn't fully come out, but the eyes water. I was like, oh my god, I gotta leave.
Yeah,
like, I can't.
That was good.
It's too early in the day for me to cry. It's not even 1 o'clock. Like, if it was after 1 o'clock, we can lefty loosey. But it's still before 1. I got to keep these tears in.
Yeah, I mean, this movie hit me with emotional feels a couple times. That, of course, the hospital scene, where he wakes up and Frank's there, and they're going back, and he's laughing at the fact that he got Frank to cry. Because Frank's such a hard ass.
And that's another thing, though. I think people, again, these I forget what podcast I was on. I was about to say some things real bad or not, but like
also the scene when he brings Zendaya to Frank and they go in the boat and he's like, all right, let me put some pants on. I was like, oh, that's so good. He's like definitely like the father figure.
Like people also have this whole thing with like Punisher, like being this tough guy. He's not supposed to cry. He's out of character. It's like, considering he has lost his family and the shit that he's been through.
I mean, if you watch the Frank Castle special, the one where he goes full bore by the end, he has a pretty good emotional punch in there in the first half before he does any killing.
Yeah, so it's like
he has a full like mental breakdown.
I think people are just fucking stupid, Phil.
Yeah, I don't know if you're watching the same character actor that
they're not. Watching. They're not actually. But I promise you, they're not. They probably even watched the fucking Punisher special. They're just like, I watched the Netflix show. I was like, okay, cocksucker. Damn, that's twice I said cocksucker. I got to chill.
The the Disney Plus special is some of the hardest stuff I've seen. Some of the most Punisher-y stuff I've seen him do.
With kind of that friendship now between those three, and just the way it kind of left. Because we don't know when we're going to get another Spider-Man movie. We don't know when we're going to see Tom Holland. Supposedly it's going to be Secret Wars, but we're not sure.
Yeah, because he's not.
He's not in.
He's supposedly not in Doomsday.
Supposedly. And I can't really see why
he wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Unless he's in a post credit or something.
So yeah, post credit, but like heavy rumors have been putting Tobey Maguire there, opening the movie actually.
Oh, Maguire. So, okay, that'd be cool.
Heavy rumors. Again, we don't know if it's true or not, but it's supposed to be. His world is basically getting the incursions hitting his world, and X-Men the world are kind of collide. So it's going to be him, Wolverine.
Just give me Andrew Garfield in the black suit.
So that's what I'm wondering. I was like, I haven't heard anything about Andrew Garfield, and
Garfield would be the ideal one to put in the Venom suit for a little bit. I think.
Oh, I feel he deserves it.
That would be awesome.
He deserves the Venom suit.
Yeah,
like
Gwen's dead.
Yeah,
and he's just
like
trying to get over it.
I would pay good money for that
because that's also the version of Parker I would see like go for Felicia.
Yeah,
have a relationship with Felicia and put him in the black suit, and there's your movie. You can have him get rid of the suit by the end of the movie so you can lead to Venom.
The video I was watching earlier, too, was talking about one of the ideals for this movie was that they wanted to bring back Garfield and Maguire.
Yeah, I mean...
And it's like, kind of like, it wouldn't be a bad idea considering we're still in the multiverse saga. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it makes sense. It's just, how do we get them here? Yeah. Is really, I think, the question. So... It would have to make sense on how you get them back. Why are they back? I don't know. I like what they provided. So that being what it is, just keep it where it is. But yeah, we don't know where Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to be seen next. Mm. Possibly Secret Wars, but like as far as movies
he's
go,
got to show up at least in Secret Wars. I would think.
I would imagine it just wouldn't make sense that. Secret Wars is happening, and you don't have the MCU's official Spider-Man there.
He was sworn in as Avenger in Infinity War. So
it's like, let's do it.
Officially part of the team.
And I'm not talking about some bullshit like bring him in, then kill him, and then move him out. And no, like let's get another movie or two out of this kid.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a kill Spider-Man movie outside of like what they did with Endgame, where he's coming back. If you're going to do an actual end to Holland, you need to give that a movie in and of itself.
Yeah.
It's like,
they're going to name it fucking Spider-Man Fallout.
Yeah. That's like,
and he's going to die. And then we're going to have a post-credit with Miles, just like in Ultimate Fallout number 4. No, not maybe, Phil. That's what's happening.
You're already predicting it?
I got you. I know these fucks right, dude. But yeah, as far as like anything moving forward, because Ned, it looks like got the memory back.
From the hand slap.
He knows him now. MJ, but the MJ thing is a little weird because she even said like, look, I don't know.
I don't have feelings for you.
I don't know. But it's like it's so moving forward. It's like, what does that story look
yeah,
like?
starting over from scratch with the relationship or what?
And but then what is?
Because what happened to her boyfriend? Is he all of a sudden just not in the picture? They have an obvious relationship together.
Who's the new character? Torment? No, he's gonna get killed by Torment. It's a story that happened earlier this year.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know who that is.
It's a new villain.
A new villain for Spider-Man?
He's actually pretty cool.
Is it a known Parker associate or no?
No.
Is it brand new?
Brand new. Brand
Okay.
new. Well, no, I think. So I think something came up afterward because there's like a post story.
Okay.
And I think
Because the best Parker villains are somebody he usually already has a tie to.
I think there
real life.
was a reveal.
Okay.
I believe that it is someone. But initially, like you're going through, it's like, oh, this motherfucker is on some shit. Because it's like basically it's called Death Spiral. And if
yeah, I did hear something about that.
if he's going after you, he's got to close the spiral. He's got to kill people leading up to you,
So it's almost like a serial killer.
and you're last. And it's like, God damn, you're sick.
Sounds like a Saw concept.
Yeah, like with less torture devices. But like, and then Carnage gets involved, and it's like, oh fuck,
Okay,
this
of course.
motherfucker.
Well, if you're doing a serial killer, he's the ultimate.
Well, like he ended up merging with Torment. the symbiote,
Okay.
and it got. And I
The
actually,
Carnage symbiote merged with him.
yeah, and I didn't read the last. But I have it. I just haven't read it because Phil, 7 pages. So, like I started like because I've been doing Absolute Batman, and then Something's Killing My Children. But
I heard Absolute Batman is pretty good.
I had my doubts, but as I'm reading, I was like I couldn't put it down. I was like,
But I also heard Ultimate Spider-Man was really good, and then I didn't hear anything more about it. So
Ultimate Spider-Man was really good. Although I didn't read the last issue. Like I have it. Like I was just going through my books. It's next to the bed with all the other ones that are piled up, and it's like, oh fuck. Now I got to go back and read like the last two to get to the payoff of issue 24. But yeah, either way, I think like moving forward, it's like MJ. She knows, but it's like she doesn't know. Like she knows because of the letter, but she doesn't know him. But it seems
as a
like
person, yeah.
But like Ned got the memories back, and it's like, okay, this is my dude.
Well, I mean, he didn't say he got his memories back. It's kind of implied, but it's open to interpretation.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, the way that he like
His
he
eyes lit
reacted,
up, and he's like, Peter.
yeah. So it's like that leads me to believe, oh,
He
okay.
got at least something back.
So I mean, we'll see where that goes. But I'd like to see because like the thing is like that emotion from this movie was big. And the thing is like I'd like to see that continue next movie, but I don't want it to be the core of the movie. It's like you got to give me something else. You can't just say, okay, that worked last time. Let's double it up like it's Thor and we're going to add all the extra humor. It's like, okay, no, let's chill. I don't want a rom-com Spider-Man. Like, I want Spider-Man doing Spider-Man stuff, and MJ is there, and Ned is there. I mean, I guess that kind of kills the ideal of Ned becoming Hobgoblin now. Because it's like, if he doesn't remember him and then he becomes Hobgoblin, it's like, oh, that makes perfect sense. But now that he remembers, it's like, that's...
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to... I don't know why people keep on focusing on that.
I honestly don't want them to do it. It's like...
Is that... I don't remember that being from the books.
Yeah, well, like, that's the thing. It's like, everyone's like, Ned Leeds,
Yeah, but that's not the Ned Leeds from... The original Ned Leeds from the books.
Well, yeah, and that's
a different character.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like, well, that's not the MJ from the books.
Yeah.
It's a black chick, not a white chick. You know how Tom swings.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saw that white chick said something to him. He was like, ew.
Tom ain't going for the cute white chick at the apartment.
Yeah, I was like, dang, son, you just gonna walk by. You ain't talking to nobody right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like go ahead and do it once. Like, and he goes, ew, yuckies. It's like blondes. It's like I can't. Like what if she falls off a bridge?
No Gwen Stacy for Tom Holland.
It's like, I don't want another blonde. What if she gets thrown off a bridge? Like, what do I do? Well, don't shoot a web that catch her by her fucking leg for sure. Like, dickhead. They just die like that. All right, Phil, let me look at my other notes here. I was stalling. So I guess we kind of addressed the Punisher being in this movie because, I mean, he did debut in Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. So that question can be scrapped. But as far as John Bernthal's like work here,
I think it was appropriate for the movie he was in.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen him. He's obviously been a harder version of Frank in his other material, but he's in here to serve kind of a a brotherly figure, an older brother figure to Parker.
Yeah.
Which is, I think he does well. And his dialogue with Parker is some of the best dialogue in the movie, where they're going back and forth.
Yeah, they play off each other.
Yes, because you could tell they were really locked in with that.
Yeah, it all makes sense. It works.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that thinks otherwise,
yes, Frank is not the Frank you saw in One Last Kill, or even in Daredevil Born Again. But remember, he had a little bit of friendly rapport with Murdoch in Born Again as well.
Well, I mean, even when you go back to
more as contemporaries,
the Punisher seasons on Netflix, it's like, even though he's the Punisher, he still had a soft spot. He still cared. It's not like he's just like, again, Frank Castle isn't just a killer to be a killer. No, like he has a code of honor. Yeah, and he has he's going to protect innocent people. Dummies. That's what y'all get for being dumb. So let's get to Ruffalo and the Hulk and his story here.
This is my favorite interpretation of Ruffalo as Banner and Hulk. Mm-hmm. I think it was really well done. I love the fact that they showed two distinct versions of the Hulk, even though one was being mentally controlled by Jean.
Oh, I'm glad you say mentally controlled. I thought you were about to say something else.
No. No. I'm glad they gave both of them a physical appearance difference, which was really cool to see, because I was like, oh, that's as close as we come to a character switch between Ruffalo's alters.
Like, did you feel like his role in the movie served the purpose to the story, or was it just more like character maintenance? Just.
I think it served a purpose to the story because of what Parker was going through. Now, per my original theory of that I mentioned earlier, where I thought the original story was geared towards Madam Web, the fact that Parker's going through mutational change also tracks with that, since Ezekiel was part of the Madam Web story, and he was another spider totem character that would have been appropriate. It would have pulled off from the Michael J. Straczynski run in the 2000s.
I think I watched 20 minutes of Madam Web before I was like, yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, but you remember the guy who played Ezekiel?
Yeah.
I mean, he shows up in that, and he's the other spider person. Yeah. So it would make sense for it. Yeah, for if this was originally intended for Madam Web as a story, then Ezekiel to show up and be another antagonist.
I would be curious to see that, though, because I like I mentioned earlier, I don't like Sony trying to build their own Spider-Verse without Spider-Man. Yeah. So they have all these spider characters running around doing stuff.
But maybe this was the movie they were intended to merge it finally.
And that, I think, would have been great then, to some degree, because now it's like, I know Marvel has its ideal of like, look, we want to use Spider-Man here, and there. But it's like, okay, but you can also kind of now work with them a little bit. Like if you merge these worlds and now you got the Madam Web stuff, we can play with the Venom stuff. We can play with Kraven the Hunter. And there's someone that I definitely left out on purpose.
Yeah.
He has a cult. He's a cult leader. I think he's in some legal trouble right now. He was just
a really good version of Skeletor.
Well, good to hear. I'm glad, I'm glad that worked out for him.
But I mean, again, Kevin Spacey's a really good actor, and he's a terrible person.
I mean,
Joey's nemesis is a really good actor, but he's also a terrible person.
Yeah, I mean, I actually like 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, I like 30 Seconds to Mars as well. Hey.
I like, I mean, he's an artist. Yep, for sure. But he's also.
But I've liked other bands with problematic people in them.
Terrible human.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like now Gen Z is like always putting up a video on Instagram talking about musicians from our childhood. Like they're horrible people. It's like, yeah, they were, but they had some bangers. Like, let me tell you. I
mean, you're talking about Michael. Some people still consider him a terrible person.
Yeah, it's like somebody brought that up, and I was like, look, I play around with it. I was like, yeah, he touched some kids just to fuck with people with. Like, like I do that shit in the middle of Baltimore sometimes. I just say that shit to people. That's it. Like, we was out on St. Patrick's Day, and I said that to that lady, like, because Off the Wall was playing in the gift shop, and she was like kind of bopping and singing to it, and I come over next to her and start bopping. I was like, yeah, you touched some kids, right? and then
Kelly had some bangers, and he's definitely a terrible person.
and it turned into a conversation, though. She goes, do you really think so? And I was like, and then I started really playing into it now, because I got her now. I'm reeling her in. I was like, well, I mean, the evidence shows he did, and I started saying all these things that were not true. Yeah. I was making stuff up. And
Dante, you're starting to talk like a white person now.
and then I turned it on her. And I go, but to be quite honest, the FBI did investigate. They ain't find nothing. And then I looked and I go, ma'am, this has been great, but I really got to go to the bathroom. And just left the gift shop.
Meanwhile, she's like, what the fuck just happened?
That's actually the
So
energy I give off. I love
What, was
energy.
this a white lady?
Yes,
Or
it was.
Oh, man. That's even better.
Just a random white lady I saw. And Steve was with, I don't know if Steve was like dialed in though. I think Steve was drunk and just stumbling.
OJ was a fantastic football player, but he's still a terrible person.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them,
And
are.
OJ wasn't convicted of murder.
Yeah, I mean, he killed that. He killed that lady.
Yeah.
He killed both of them.
I mean, come on.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think he killed more, but we don't even know about that shit yet. But I think he killed like 6 people. That's just my theory, but whatever. All right.
But anyway, getting back to the Madam Web theory, if that was true, and Ezekiel would have showed up as a fellow spider person, then the mutation that Parker's going through would have made even more sense.
I would like to have seen,
because that would attract like very much like the comic book story.
I think that would have been a fun story to play with. And what's funny is like watching this video earlier, that wasn't even something that was even mentioned. They were talking about like the other possibilities for the movie. It was like, again, bringing it back the other 2 Spider-Men. And then having Chameleon also being there. And then
I would have loved to see that.
I don't know what was in the edited cuts that they did from the audience reactions, but whatever it was, they did 2 of them and they hated both. So that just goes to show you again, the audiences are dumb. Don't listen to us. Just fucking put on art and let us see it. Because at the end of the day, we're like, well, I really want to see Spider-Man shoot webs from his butt. And they were like, all right, let's see what that looks like. Oh, that looks horrible.
Yeah, well, nobody's going to do that.
Like, let's get out of here.
We got to sell this to kids.
Kids like look at a spider and figure it out. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's like a real spider. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, it's kind of weird. Sadie Sink as Jean.
This is where we get to the really problematic stuff in the movie for me.
Well, first, like her as Jean.
She's fine. I don't think Sadie Sink's the strongest actor, but I think she was
she's like
probably
she's still a kid.
She's still Sadie Sink's what? She's in her 20s. She's not a kid.
She's 24.
Yeah.
So she's
I think she's probably a better. We'll see. Because to me, this is an even Jean to me. She's too much of a. She's too much of a bad guy in this to have. That's the biggest problem I have with this. Is like, you did some terrible things in this movie, and then you have no consequence, and you just walk away at the very end. Because
there are people that are dead. People they're like, oh no, they didn't.
People are like trying to argue. It's like, Jean's walking away from this movie with a body count.
She killed at least one for sure, and there's some others that
she attempted to kill Mary Jane. Let alone the fact that telepathy, jumping between bodies, is basically mind rape. You're removing agency from this people. It's the mental equivalent of rape. And like, so what are you actually doing here? And she's getting away with that.
Yeah,
so that's a problem.
I mean,
and that isn't addressed at all. So the fact that she's pissed that a government agency took away her sister. Well, yeah. Not saying that was the best government agency, but yeah, you would need something like that to handle some kid who's just walking through the park, taking the minds of everybody that they come across. That's a problem.
She's kind of justifying them right now.
Yeah, it's like, your abilities and how you're using them are justification for why that agency is coming to tackle you. Now, obviously, they're torturing these kids and that problem, but as a whole, a government agency would have to be in place to do something about that. You can't just walk around doing that shit.
I think the stuff that she was doing gives off like feels of like an older Jean with the Phoenix Force.
Yeah. So I was like what? So I'm confused about how they're setting up this character. I was like, if this were an Emma Frost or something, that would make more sense.
Yes.
That would. If this were like, if you're setting up like a Magneto or a Mr. Sinister, I was like, go ham. Yeah, these are known villains.
They're villains, yeah.
But you're turning Jean into a villain. Unless you're going directly into Dark Phoenix, where she's annihilating a planet, then what are you doing?
No more Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't think you should be touching Dark Phoenix for the next 20 years in a film. But unless you're doing that with this character right off the bat, then why are you making her so fucking evil right off the bat? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like, I liked her in the role itself. The role itself I didn't like.
So yeah, I don't have an opinion, or I don't think she's the greatest actor or anything. But so,
Well, Phil, a lot of
It's
people in
fun.
comic book movies aren't the greatest actors.
I mean,
But like I like her, and at least the look of it is like, okay, you know what? You're fine, because again, this is an early new thing that they're kicking us all off. So who knows where this goes and where they even grow into, in their abilities.
I'm wondering because Adam Driver's, has he been officially slated as Sinister, or is he just going to be a villain?
That is official. He is Sinister.
So that, now that I've heard that tracks a little bit more with this. Like I could see Essex coming after her.
Yeah.
Initially before she goes to Charles, because she's already a dark character. It's like, okay, let's give her to Sinister first. He messes with her a little bit, and Charles ends up being her savior.
So that was also my curiosity, is like, how are we getting her to Xavier?
So I'm wondering, and since one of my favorite ladies is being cast as Emma.
Dude.
When they cast that, I was like, fucking score. That you could not have asked for a better casting for that.
I
That
didn't care about anyone else.
Yeah,
and then once they show Adam Driver as Sinister, I was like, oh.
Yeah, they got her and Adam Driver. I was like, oh shit, here we go. Let's go. What's her fucking name? She's
Samara Weaving.
Yeah, she's Hugo Weaving's niece.
Like when I saw her cast, I was like, oh,
because I've loved everything she's done. She's been fantastic, man.
There's been nothing that she's done. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, there's nothing I've seen her do that is bad.
In fact, if I see her name attached, I'm more inclined to watch.
Exactly. Like the reason I watched the first, was it Ready or Not?
Yeah.
Was because she was in it. I was like, all right, great, I'm in.
And she was like, she was
awesome,
fucking awesome. Yeah. And it was a fun movie. Like I watched the second one.
Yeah, I saw the second one this year. It was fun too.
Fine. She was her. Yeah. But
the rapport between her and the other girl,
Catherine Newton.
Yeah. Catherine Newton was great in basically in the one with Vince Vaughn where it's freaky.
Freaky.
Yeah, where they switch voice. Yeah, she was great in that.
Actually, I need to buy it. I really like that movie. It's fun.
Newton in that and Samara Weaving together, I think they played well off each other as sisters. Hey. And Elijah Wood was gold in that movie. He was he as the lawyer, he was gold. Those three were the reasons to watch that movie.
I need to buy that one.
I
know it's streaming, but I need to own it so I know that I have it.
Elijah Wood coming in as the smarmy lawyer was great. Elijah Wood's gotten some interesting roles in the past 2 years that he just randomly pops up as shit.
He was in that show Yellow Jackets.
Oh, see, I never watched that.
And his character is it's what you would expect of like weird roles. Yeah, because like him and Christina Ricci play off each other so well, because they're both like kind of the weird, awkward characters.
But it's funny how much like he's distanced himself from Frodo.
Yeah,
like he hasn't been typecast as that. Like immediately after Frodo, he's done like Green Street Hooligans. He's did like. He was Kevin as the serial killer in Sin City. Yeah, he immediately went away from good guy, like a good guy main character.
That's like one of the hallmarks of like a good actor. Like you get that role.
Yeah, he's been able to do it.
Okay, now let me take.
Because traditionally he was always like when he played.
Like he was always like the kid actor. Yeah, he was always like the.
Which is why he got Frodo.
Yeah,
but even in the high school Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where he's the lead. Yeah, the faculty. He was typecast as that type of character, which is why he got Frodo in the first place.
Well, that's coming from the good son too.
Yeah, that's true.
So we talked about this, I guess, on IG. The theme for 27 for the horror pod is "fuck them kids." And people will argue with me that The Good Son is not a horror movie, but
Good Son is definitely a horror
become a fucking parent and tell me it's not a horror movie. That is a horror movie if I've ever seen one. And I'm gonna have fun with the Frodo, because like you said, Elijah Wood. I was like, that's his name. Like, I thought that dude's name was Frodo, even in the Falcons.
I mean, are you gonna cover the faculty at some point in the year? Okay, probably. That's a fun one to do.
I made a tentative list. I'm revising it because it's like I made it like 2 a.m, like half asleep, and I was like, yeah, we'll do this movie too. And then I sat and I was like, we're not doing those movies. Half those movies I don't even fucking want to do. But I do need to kind of broaden my horizons on like the time period I'm doing movies in, because there's like stuff like Village of the Damned, The Brood.
I mean, The Brood was great. I just recently saw that all the way through. I'd never seen it. It's a great Cronenberg film. But I mean, if you're doing the kids movies, I mean, Children of the Corn.
Yeah, well, that's the first one we're doing.
Okay, the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there others?
Are you kidding? How many Children of the Corn movies have there been?
Well, that's what I mean.
There's like 30.
Well, that's what I mean, Phil. There's only one. There's only one Children of the Corn movie. Those other ones are like, what the fuck? makes me want to punch kids. But yeah, so we're going to be doing the children in horror theme, and yeah, that was actually a note for the end of the podcast. But you know me, Phil.
Yeah,
I don't follow things in order. But yeah, Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. I don't mind her in the role. I don't like her attached to this movie.
Yeah,
I don't like you said, like you're making her a villain.
Yeah.
And this isn't like that's not her. Like there are other, even if you want to take any other X-Men that had like kind of some darker tones to them, you can play that. And I get why they did it. It was the mind control stuff, but there are other mind control characters you could have used.
And there's even problems with the mind control aspect of this, because the way she's initially trying to get in there with the tank and stuff, it's like, why are you making that so difficult? Why not just jump? If you have the ability to jump, why are you not just jumping into the facility through people who already have access and then getting to the main guy, Metzger or whatever? Yeah. Director Metzger. Who I didn't realize was a low-key X-Men villain. He's part of what group is he? Friends of Humanity or whatever?
Yes. Is it Friends of Humanity?
He's with Graydon Creed, right?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize that because I didn't recognize the name because I'm not as deep in X-Men lore as you are. I was like, this guy's got to be somebody. But he also was a super telegraphed generic mustache twirling villain, even from the beginning when he's inviting Parker in. I was like, are you kidding? This guy's definitely a bad guy. Like, what the fuck? He's telegraphing every move he's doing.
It was like all the things that he was doing. It was just like
he's like super smarmy. I was like, what are you guys doing here? This is obviously the bad guy in the movie.
It's like as he's doing so, it's like, I feel like you shouldn't trust that guy.
I was like, he's super.
Don't shake his hand.
Yeah.
He looks like he doesn't wash. Like, please don't be friends with him.
He's definitely a villain.
Yeah, like this is just basically like a soft X-Men launch, and then you got the power inhibitors.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can see where that's going.
Yeah, so yeah, it's this whole thing, and that's what I mean. Is like 3 stories in here, really 2 stories. That they were fine, but they didn't need to be together. And like that other story being the Jean story and the mutant stuff.
Also, I realize it's Parker's movie, so it had to be him for story purposes.
Of course.
But having her issue get resolved by going into Parker's head when she'd already been in Castle's head and Banner's head, which are far more screwed up characters than Parker is.
Yeah.
And you're getting in Parker's head to resolve your issues by getting you to snap to reality a little bit. And then she even made the off cuff joke about Frank's like trauma. I was like, really? That was it felt very misplaced.
Yeah, I was fine with it.
I was like, that's.
I'm also twisted though, so I was like, oh, that's fine.
He's like, oh, that's gotta.
Yeah, she's
really
like, wow,
poor taste.
That guy is really messed up.
And that's like, are you kidding? His whole family got butchered.
Yeah.
And I mean, the MCU has never really addressed Banner's history at all.
So I think the thing with being in Parker's was like there was the anchor of Aunt May, and using that. So that kind of, and also again, it's his movie.
It's his movie, so it has to be him. Yeah.
So it all kind of ties together in that regard. Like, I guess as it moves forward, I'm just curious what they're doing with X-Men, because as you know, for me, the X-Men is a very, very, very delicate thing. Mm-hmm. So it's like, where do you go? Like they cast Adam Driver's Sinister, and it's like, okay, like you just mentioned.
I can see her either getting drawn in by either Emma first or Adam Driver as Sinister first before she ever makes it to Charles.
Yeah. So yeah, that was like, those are basically like the big characters I kind of want to bring up, address before we go to our good, bad, our ugly here. So let me get some good from this, Phil.
The good is the things we talked about before, where it's the relationship between Ned and MJ and Parker, and also the dialogue matchup between him and Bernthal. And this is the best version of Ruffalo Hulk that I've seen.
That's fair. Yeah.
And you got to see Hulk become different versions of Hulk, which is a first.
Yeah, I agree. My good there is that the emotional impact there with Zendaya, Ned, and Peter.
Oh, I forgot to mention the other good is they finally did D-Wolf.
Oh,
as a character, as the cop. I was like, oh, perfect. You're finally doing Jean D-Wolf. I've been waiting for her to show up in a Spider-Man movie.
Those 3 like that, it just felt And then the fact is they've been in all the movies together, so it all just felt kind of like just business as usual, but it just felt like it had a little bit more oomph to it. So I did really like that. I agree with the Hulk stuff. I really, really like the Hulk stuff. Because, like, looking at the trailers, I was like, I just got a feeling they're just, like, shoehorning this dude in there. And then I think in one of the trailers, they actually showed him turn into Hulk. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. But still thinking, like, they're going to do something dumb. But, like, the fact that he was a threat. And it wasn't, like, you know, being jokey and silly. He was, like, a legit threat. I was like, okay, I like that a lot. And the fight choreography was so,
and obviously
fucking
Castle with his machine gun is like way outclassed by Banner. But Castle's never going to give up.
Yeah,
until somebody like rips him in half. So he's just going to do what ever he can to just survive. And also how Parker got Banner to snap out of it.
Yeah,
because that felt like a very comic book thing. He's like, yo. Yeah. Bruce, it's me. We're friends, and
he was like
Banner. Hulk snapped to reality, and Hulk just realized, okay, I'm out.
As far as bad, and bad is different than ugly.
Yeah. So this is where I have to be a little more delicate.
Oh, actually, one other good that I did have was like with Jean. The callback to Fallen, the movie Fallen, where she was jumping from bodies.
Oh, okay.
I did.
So when Parker blows his web grenades and ends up on the street, and the people are talking to him back and forth, that was cool because that's what that reminded me of too.
Yeah, so I did like that because now it's like, okay, there's something that I'm connecting, I'm anchoring to here from something that I'm familiar with. I got to put that on the list to do for 2027. It's Fallen. Keep forgetting. All right, sorry. All right, bad.
Bad for me. I wish I would have seen more of the villains that they showed in the montage, especially Tombstone, because they got the rapper guy who looks exactly like him. And
did he voice him in animated?
I think so.
I thought I saw something like I
can't remember. It is a famous rap guy. I just can't think of his name right now. But I mean, and then you didn't even get to see like Tarantula or Boomerang really at all. It's just the one scene just to imitate the covers. And I was like, oh man, that would have been really cool to see those characters a little bit more.
I do wonder though, again, it's like, because we had the feeling, at least I had the feeling it was going to be a montage thing. It's like, how much more could you cram in? I mean, honestly, if you take away the fucking Gene story, you could honestly
because I would have rather see as with what they did with the Hand, I would have rather see him fight those characters instead of the Hand, because the Hand are generic. If you're not going to have Daredevil in here, and I understand that's a rights issue, they couldn't do that. But to have the Hand in here as the final fight where Peter finally accepts what he becomes, I think also that's the other bad for me. That was a little bit too much of a throwaway at the end. It's like, all of a sudden he's just going to will himself into accepting his new Spideriness. It's like, you need to have a little bit more of an arc for that, because that seems like a MacGuffin rather than actual plot. So that's bad for me. I would have rather seen the reverse. Like, if you see him generically fighting the Hand at the beginning, fine, because there's a throwaways anyway. They don't have individual characters. And then have him if you're going to have the prison fight, have him face off against, you already show the Scorpion, that's fine. Use Tarantula and Boomerang together. Yeah, and he has to fight both of them at the same time, and that's when he accepts his abilities. Great. So that's a bad for me. That I would have seen reversed. I think that would have been written better.
Yeah, I agree. Like, my bad is him just kind of willing himself into like, okay, I'm me. Yeah. And also the Hand actually is my bad. Yeah. Because like, I guess it was a third part of the story. Like I said, there were 3 stories that were crammed in that didn't belong together, and the Hand being part of this as well. Because they give like, kind of a mention to how they got them, but it was just kind of like a throw in.
The Hand generally doesn't have much to do with Spider-Man. That's a Daredevil, Punisher, Iron Fist, or whatever thing. And it's like, okay, if you can't have Daredevil in here, I understand that, but why the fuck do you have the Hand? If you can't have Fisk in here, if you can't have Daredevil in here, then why do you have associated characters? Because it sets up expectations that are ultimately going to fail.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, that's what people were assuming Daredevil was going to be in this one.
Especially since since Spider-Man's villain history that's the other. Aside from I'll get to the ugliness with Jean, but aside from that, Spider-Man, like Batman, is the richest villain's history that you could possibly have out of those the two characters, where the villains roster goes fucking thousands deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's any characters you could have be in that role as the main villain. So why did it? That's another reason Gene felt forced to me.
Yeah, you're using characters that aren't associated with the lead character.
Yeah, because there are other X-Men characters that are way more associated with Parker than Gene. Yeah. Gene of all people.
Yeah,
it's like I know you want a recognizable character in there, but there are other characters that are way more associated from the X-Men with Spider-Man than.
And what's even crazy about it, I mean, like you mentioned, recognizable Gene. There, and to me, and maybe I'm just seeing things different because you know, my finger's not on the pulse of society when it comes to comic books and who knows what and who knows what characters. But I always felt like yeah, we know Jean from the X-Men, you know, animated series, you know, video games and stuff like that. But I still don't even think of her as like a popular character that everybody knows. When it comes to X-Men, I think Storm pops out like as one of the first ones, Gambit, Wolverine.
Yeah. Psylocke. If you're going to go just female X-Men, like the three popular ones are going to be Rogue, Psylocke, and Storm.
Yeah.
Though, like way before Jean. And now even Emma Frost eclipses Jean because Emma Frost is super sexy.
Yeah. I mean,
but all four of those characters are way more popular than Jean is.
Like Jean might be number 5, might be number 6. Yeah. Like, you know, it's like
exactly. So why was it Jean?
But yeah.
And if you're going to go all X-Men characters, there's a whole host of guys that would be more popular than she is.
Tons of them. But
I would say Cyclops is more popular than Jean.
For sure. Like I think
mostly because of the Capcom games, but
yeah, I mean he's like the, I don't want to say the face of X-Men, but he's like the leader. Yeah. So it's like he's going to get that shine. Video games, like action figures, all the stuff. I mean, and in fact, I mean, when you look around this room and talk about like the action figures of like who has more, I mean, I have all but like one Cyclops figure, and there's a lot of them in here. There's like I think I have 4 Jean figures. 1, 2, 3, well, 5 now.
But yeah, you could have picked so many other X characters that would more ring true with the audience, and there's several that would ring true more with Spider-Man himself.
Yeah,
than Jean Grey. So it just feels like a mismatch.
Like the bad being the hand specifically. Okay. Just because it's like it felt like they glossed over like how they got them. They you know they mentioned it, but it was like kind of like a just like
it's very rushed to get to the end.
By the way, we got them now, and they're under our control, and. It's like, okay, you're just setting something up there. I don't like that. And I mean, again, choreography, fucking great.
Yeah.
Loved it. Yeah. But again, could have been done with other villains that he captured already. Yeah. And yeah, I don't like the misdirection. Because again, you know, you get the hand, you get this idea Punisher's going to be there. You see Punisher and he goes to prison, and you see the trailer. He's fighting in like around cells. It's like, oh, okay. You know, I don't like that. I don't mind a misdirection in a lot of things, but that one really felt kind of like it didn't even belong anyway because the hand shouldn't even been in the movie. So, and then ugly,
the fact that Jean is such a villain and they just gloss over it at the end. She just gets to walk away. Yeah, for all the horrible stuff she did, and the ugly is Metzger himself as a big bad. He was kind of lame, and he was easily telegraphed as the big bad from the very beginning of the film.
Like, super obvious.
Yeah, it was super obvious.
Yeah, some of my ugly does include the story with Jean. Like, again, I understand, like, if you're going to use mind control stuff, okay, it makes sense in that regard, I guess. But, like you said, you could have gone Emma with that one.
Yeah, you could have gone Emma.
Hell, you could have gone Psylocke with that one, even.
That's true.
I mean...
and actually, Psylocke would have fit with the hand more if you're going to do the ninja version of her, because they're the ones who switched her body and brainwashed her into being Lady Mandarin when she first debuted as the ninja version of Psylocke. That would have fit. I would have been more forgiving of that as a villain because, like, oh, she's associated with the hand. Fuck yeah, you're having the hand in here. That makes sense.
Yeah, like I guess, like also as you mentioned, you know, there's problems here, and she walks away from it because, like, the way this movie ends with her. Is like, where does it go next? Where does she go next specifically? Not the movie, but where does she go next? So it feels like, and I know you're not necessarily supposed to have like a clean, like, you know, wrap up here because, you know, there's continuations, but a lot of it felt very much like, okay, it, like I said before, this is a story that does not belong in this movie. And that even though I enjoyed the movie, was something that just stands out to me. It was like,
it's too glaring to ignore.
You can you can put the story somewhere else and flesh it out a lot more. And even though it's still like shouldn't be Gene in that role of like going bad, but it's like you're doing this mutant story. And this story, and I guess they're trying to play like, oh, well, he's mutating. So, and they even did that kind of poorly too, because like, oh, he's mutating.
Yeah, I mean, they glossed right over it by the end. It's like, hold up. I mean, they didn't even do his hand spikes.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
or
man spider.
Yeah, well, I don't think because of the kid factor, just like Carnage, we'll never see Carnage in a Spider-Man movie.
There are things I want to say, Phil, I can't say because children listen.
But the man spider thing, I would love to see that, but I think that's way too much body horror for kids.
They did it in an animated series.
Yeah, but they did Carnage in an animated series too, and he was a lame.
They didn't show blood.
He was a lame fucking duck. He's one of the worst parts of that animated show.
They couldn't even say blood in the animated show.
It was
but
dumb.
They showed man spider.
It's true.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. If they did like a Cronenberg style man spider, that would be fucking awesome.
I mean, it would be, but Phil, I'm gonna let you know, man. I don't know if I'd be okay with that.
Or if they did a Cronenberg style Hulk where he's like ripping out of his own skin.
I'm okay with that.
Transform, that would be awesome.
That I'm okay with because like that
would be awesome.
I need to see that now.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our thoughts on.
Dude, thinking about that more, Psylocke would have been fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And she could have her anger issue for revenge could have been like, I want my original fucking body back.
Oh,
dude.
Yes.
Dude, can you imagine if they gave Olivia Munn that role and gave her an actual speaking role? Dude, where she looked as foxy as she fucking does.
Dude, she was the part.
Yeah. She just didn't have any speaking role. Just give the poor woman a fucking speaking role.
The only word she spoke was, "We have a history."
Yeah. I was like, dude, throw Olivia Munn in here as this femme fatale ninja fucking telepath because you already have the hand in here and you're not allowed to do Daredevil. So let's do it right.
Yeah.
I'm rewriting this movie right now. This is what we should have done.
All right,
Marvel, call me.
So those are our thoughts on Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Marvel's not going to call me. Sony's going to call me and say, "Hey, help us! We need help."
Sony's like, "Hey, what you doing this weekend?" So I want to real quick.
I'll be sending them my fee for debuting the new Doc Ock. Except I'm going to be in a white suit, just like he was in Return of the Sinister Six.
Feels like, look, we got to do it my way only.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in spandex.
Like,
you don't want to see me in spandex.
Do not try to convince me otherwise.
I'll be in a white suit jacket, smoking one of the long cigarettes.
I want to talk about the X-Men casting.
Oh, yeah.
So
we already touched on Samara Weaving, which is fucking perfect. Adam Driver, perfect.
So, yeah, we got Sadie Sink, obviously Jean Grey. Mm-hmm. We got Samara Weaving. We have Kit Connor. I'm not familiar with, but
I'm not either.
Cyclops.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'd rather see an unknown at this point play Cyclops than anything else. Just like if they have to recast Wolverine, obviously, eventually. So get an unknown in there.
Yeah.
I mean...
Christopher Abbott as Professor X. I'm not familiar.
So he is. I have seen him. I think he is. Who is he? He might be the guy who plays. Was he the guy who played?
Like, even when they showed him and stuff that he'd been in, I was like, I don't know. But to be fair, I don't know a lot of young actors anyway. Maya Boyd as Storm. She's a stage actor. So
I mean,
which I actually like.
Okay.
I like stage. I like them bringing stage actors into stuff like this because I don't know. I think it's a new thing for them. First off, it gives them this massive opportunity, but also we're not getting someone that we've seen, and now we're just like, oh, let's see.
Well, stage actors tend to be.
And yeah,
really good prepared
they're
actors.
Very well trained.
Yeah.
So I mean, Hugh Jackman.
He was a song and dance man before he ever was.
And he became Wolverine.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, like we.
And
love
he's
Wolverine.
done fantastic in other stuff too. When he's not Wolverine, like The Prestige. And,
yeah. Was it? I know folks, myself included, were looking for Jamie Lawson to be Storm from Sinners.
Oh, see,
and when that thought came, I was like, "Ooh, that would be so good." But like Maya Boyd, she looks the part. So I'm I'm very excited to see her as Storm.
Uh-huh.
Because I think that was kind of one of those big things too, as they're talking about the X-Men cast, and the big ones were who's going to be Storm, like Storm, and who's going to be Professor X and Magneto, and Adam Driver was being rumored for Magneto, and even Kevin Feige, I think, had spoken up recently and was like, "Look, we call Adam Driver, every few years." And he's kind of made it a schedule of him just rejecting us.
Oh, I know the two things I know Justin Abbott from. He was the Wolfman in the new Wolfman with Silver Surfer Girl. Mm-hmm. It was not really a good role, but he was fun in Kraven the Hunter as the Foreigner.
Okay.
He was the Foreigner in Kraven the Hunter.
I didn't even finish Kraven the Hunter. So
the Kraven the Hunter was not a good movie.
I know.
But
that's
the
why
Foreigner, the guy who played him, he was not one of the main problems with the movie. He was not the main bad guy, and he should have been.
Sony was the main problem with the movie, Phil.
Yeah, it definitely was. Because the guy, what's his name as Kraven was actually really good casting.
Aaron Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah. I felt sorry for him because he's really good casting for that.
Yeah.
And the guy,
when I was watching 28 Years Later, and I'm looking at the one, I was like, he looks familiar. Like,
he's kick-ass.
And then I was like, he looks like, and then like later on when I'm doing the episode, I was talking about, and I realized like, oh, it's Aaron Taylor Johnson who played that role, which makes sense because, to me, all white people look alike. So
he was also Quicksilver, and
well, yeah, he didn't look like Quicksilver then.
No,
but yeah, like Maya Boyd playing Storm, it's fine. It's fine because again, it's unknown, and I want to see what she can do. Now, the big one that it's been getting a lot of shit has been Indy Navarrete.
Yep,
and
because she doesn't look like the traditional version of Rogue.
I don't care. It's like, look.
Yeah. She can act her ass off, which is what I care more about.
Yeah.
So there was more, I think the heavy fan push for her was to play Mystique.
And I'm fine. And I heard Kitty Pryde as well.
Yeah. Which I think Mystique would have been really appropriate after seeing what she could do in Obsession.
Yeah.
But her getting cast as anybody will be fun because she's a really solid choice for anybody.
I agree. I like when they announced her because she had already mentioned she was in talks with the director, and one of the earlier things, Rogue did pop up. I don't know if she leaked that, but I'd heard Rogue, and initially I was like, and then I started seeing Mystique pop up, and I was like, I like Mystique, and then I saw Kitty Pryde,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm not mad at that either.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm not mad at any of it. Like, put her in there. I think when we have something like this, and X-Men is huge, and you have, again, Sadie Sink from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
That's something that people know. I did not watch Stranger Things. You know why, Phil?
Yeah.
Because season 1 was good for me. And guess what? I don't need any more.
But stuff like X-Men will always have a big fan opinion, whether it's well-founded or not.
I'm not familiar with Kit Connor, but
I'm not either. I don't know him.
Some things of him was like, okay, I'm sure they.
I'm sure I've seen him somewhere, but I just can't. I don't know him.
Christopher Abbott's another one I don't know. Maya Boyd, stage actor, don't know. Indy Navarrete, we all know her now because of Obsession, but
prior to that, she wasn't known.
An unknown.
Yeah.
So it's like, in Samara Weaving, we know her in the horror community. Yes. So
I think the only thing I've seen her in that's not in that was the Bill and Ted 3, where she played the daughter.
Oh,
and she was great. She played in one of the daughters in that. She had overalls on, so she would hide how beautiful she is.
You know what's funny is I actually have that upstairs. We watched it once. We did enjoy it.
It was fun,
but it was just one of those.
But it was great to see her in a role like that because it's completely different from other stuff she's done.
Yeah, I'm used to seeing her covered in blood and shooting people.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get you get your stars, obviously Adam Driver. So
Adam Driver's a fucking superstar. I mean,
and the thing is about this casting, everything so far perfect. And they said they're not done. They still have more that they're putting out there, but because we still need Magneto, because they're not going to do an X-Men movie without Magneto. Even though I think you probably can.
I mean, if you did like Sinister proper, yes, but I think Sinister's probably going to be more of a background character, at least to start off with.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you got Jean and Scott in there, and then Sinister's involved. So,
yeah,
it's like obviously that's his go-to is going after the Summers bloodline. But I I honestly don't really want them to do X-Men versus Magneto. Like, it's just
That's been done a lot. So
Yeah.
give us something else.
yeah, it's like that's why I'm excited about Sinister. If they do bring in Magneto, I mean, he can, still be in that role of like being with them and maybe split them off later. Because like they're going to always have their fundamental differences on how to handle this. And there's so much X-Men stuff they can do, but it's like, look,
a ton of
let's just start here with this
stuff.
and crawl. But I don't know. Like I said, like I'm excited about the X-Men casting. I like everyone that they put in there so far because most of them I don't know, and that's the beauty.
Did they cast Professor X yet?
Yes, that's
that is
Christopher
that
Abbott.
is Christopher Abbott. Okay.
So, and like again, it's fine. And I think the problem with a lot of people who are voicing their displeasure with some of the casting is they're looking for what they traditionally like see as the character. Like again,
well, I mean, look how much that's happened in history, even before the internet. It happens with Batman every time.
Yeah.
Every time you get a new Batman.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, people clowned on Keaton, and Keaton ended up being amazing.
Yeah. I mean,
people clowned on Heath Ledger for the Joker, and he was incredible.
I remember when I saw that cast and that text Sarah because her friend loves Heath Ledger, and I was like, Heath Ledger's going to be a new Joker, and she was like, oh, I don't know about that.
Bruce Willis, when he went from moonlighting to be an action star back in the 80s, when he was first going to do Die Hard, people were like, what the fuck is this? And he became Mr. Action for fucking 2 decades.
Yeah.
So
it's like
people need to relax and wait for the actual movie to come out. And then if the movie's bad, complain all you want. But if you're going sight unseen, then relax.
What's crazy about that though too is like, as you just mentioned those earlier examples, this is something Hollywood fans have done
forever,
and they've been proven wrong just about every time. So it's like, maybe sit down, shut up, and don't be the test audience. Maybe sit down, shut up, watch the thing, enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then don't
get behind your keyboard because you're going to do that anyway.
Yeah, like I mean, I think that's a problem that we're at right now. Well, not just right now, but like with entertainment, is you have a lot of people that don't even see a property. They'll go and review bomb it, and it's like, oh, like I want to get a lot of Facebook groups.
Facebook, so
like because I have to go in there and post a meme every so often, let people know I'm not dead. Like,
you're supposed to be taking from me to post for Nerd Rage.
I'm supposed to. But you know how that goes, Phil. It's like I go there and then like,
all you have to do is go to the notes page and grab the articles that I post there.
Actually,
that Bobby's never going to talk about anyway.
Your stuff has just been popping back up on my Facebook because for a while notes weren't coming up either. But I've also not been on. Like I'll go in there, I'll swipe a little bit.
I mean that notes
then I
is
get out.
the only reason I go on there. I hate Facebook.
Yeah, it's anytime I do go on there, the first few things I see, it's always like a group, and it's always a negative question.
Yeah, exactly.
A negative question in one of these.
Because that's how the algorithm is built to maintain and grow negativity. And one of the reasons I hate it.
Even on Instagram, when I'll see like Colompton's the worst page because it's supposed to be beer review and sports, and like I've watched a lot of street fight videos on there now, so that's all that comes up now. And it's bad. I told Steve last night, I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. My bad.
Is he the one running it or no?
It's me, but like he posts on there too, like the review stuff. Okay. But if he goes on there, he's like flipping through. It's like, oh, he's gonna just see street fight videos, a couple twerk videos, some sports questions, and like the occasional like someone sipping on a beer. But it's mostly street fight videos. And I'm like,
it's all outside of Waffle House.
I wish. At least it makes sense. None of them are at a Waffle House.
Seems like that in upcoming fighting games, that needs to be like a background. The Waffle House background needs to be like a background in one of the fighting games now. That'd be the greatest joke.
But whenever I go on there and I read comments, there's a lot of political stuff that comes up too. And you go to the comments.
I think that's just the app in general.
Yeah.
For both Facebook and IG, for both of those, since they're both owned by Meta, definitely trying to be as divisive politically as possible with people because it keeps people clicking.
I'll go into the comments because I'm like, let's see what's going on here. And what I'm looking for in the comments are the bots.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm looking for the people that are engaging with the bots because
they're too dumb to realize they're bots.
Yeah.
That's like all these, the random like one-offs who hit me up on IG
Yeah.
and they said, "Oh, this person just follows you." I was like, "Yeah, that's a bot." It's like, "Oh, this person wants you to check out their page." Yeah, that's a bot too. There's no way that chick is following me on IG.
I'm actually getting fed up with the AI email I get in AI.
I get fed up with saying when I see in my IG feed where it says all these people use AI. It's like, no, they absolutely don't. You're telling people that other people are using AI when they're not.
Yeah.
It's like, and I assume it's saying that about me too, which I don't. So
I'll
it's all
get
perpetuating a lie.
I get emails now.
Oh yeah,
that will say, "Hey Jake, we really like your episode on insert whatever movie, and the way that you and they start getting very specific now. They'll say the way that you and Sarah had a back and forth about this thing, and like they're getting
they got
better.
They got an AI,
but it's
tracker.
Still very obvious that it's AI
choosing the words they're picking.
Yeah.
They're picking from your conversation. Yep.
And it's like, okay. Because what it is like when I put the episode description up, they're looking at that and they're taking those words.
Yep.
But if you actually listen to the episodes, like a lot of what's in the description is just kind of like, that's the first like couple minutes. Like this one. When I put this description up, it's going to talk about a lot of shit, but it's not going to talk about George Michael.
Yeah, it's not going to talk about Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but those were covered. Meanwhile, I'll get an AI email that says, "We really like your opinion on Sadie Sink." And let's see a very specific note here on Sadie Sink. Where is it? It'll say, "These are the X-Men things." It'll say some shit like, "We really like how you were talking about Sadie Sink's chemistry with Tom Holland." I promise you that will come up. We did not talk about that at all. But they will act like we did. And then try to say, so-and-so is this kind of a writer. They're an author of this. And they would really like to come on your podcast and talk about this thing. It's like, fuck yourself. like I've actually had like people with movies like,
so you're like horror.
I had a couple of them, and I've been meaning to reach out to. Hey, we got another movie to review. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
It's a lot of content. Now I didn't even feel like watching some shit unless it's like a follow up to Killer Kites.
I mean, we got to watch Killer Kites.
Yeah,
and we were going to do
the people who did Killer Kites. They had that alligator movie.
Yeah, we wanted to watch the alligator one.
Yeah, that was just for fun.
Yeah,
that wasn't even like a hey guys, we'll do this one for you too. That was just like, no, I want to check it out and talk about it.
It's super fun. Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting ridiculous with social media and stuff. To the point where even like I post and I ghost. I don't even like if people comment. That's why like for a while there's DMs coming in. I wasn't checking DMs because I was like, it's like I know it's you. I know it's Jen. I know it's Miss Laurie. It's like people I know and it's just like the problem is there's like 14 other DMs from like just accounts that and once I answer your like DMs like you threes, then more pile up from others. And it's like, oh, there's something funky going on here.
Because it's an algorithm that's checking how many times you check DMs.
Yeah. And now it's like, and I told Mark, like when he sends me DMs, it's like, I check them on Sundays and Wednesdays. I'll do a full run through and then I'll respond to them all then.
Oh yeah. Because I can see when you all of a sudden see all the stuff I've sent you in the past week. And then all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. I get a whole bunch of notifications that, So You Like Horror liked, like 30 of the things that you've sent them in the past week.
I have a set schedule for.
And it's not a bad way of handling it.
Because like
I could probably take some lessons from that actually because I'm on there constantly and it's not good for me.
It will, dude. I have like multiple accounts, so that's where it becomes a problem for me. So I have to schedule it that way because what happens is I don't check Colompton's DMs at all.
It's probably best if you don't.
I let them know that. Well, because initially when I would put anything political up, it became a shit show.
I'm sure it's a shit show.
I was like, look, I hate them all, dude. I don't like any of them. So it's not that I hate Trump. It's not that I hate Biden. I hate them both. And let me tell you, I hate you too. So, people didn't like that. So whatever. Like, Off the Mats, I think I have DMs I haven't checked in like 3 months. And I'm going to keep it that way. Like, I don't message people from that one. I tell them to send me messages, and it's like, just kidding. I'm not looking at that shit. So You Like Horror might be the most consistent one because the horror community, I actually really, really do enjoy like engaging with.
Plus, you're using your posts on there to cultivate more content.
Yeah, like BJJ Wiki is just kind of
You're just
autopilot
posting
now.
ghosts, yeah. But so you're like horror, you're actually using to grow the show.
Yeah, and like I'm also kind of like mining for like potential guests. Actually, one of the girls at Third Eye, I want to talk to her to do a horror comic issue with me.
Oh, you have to tell me who that is after we're done.
I never catch her. Like I only see her. Well, she's there other days.
She's at
in Annapolis.
Have you been to the new one in Bernie since it opened?
Yeah, it's fine.
How was it?
It's
How big is it?
I would say a little smaller than the Annapolis one.
Okay.
So they have all three, like the music store, the game
In
store.
Annapolis, yeah,
and
that's the biggest complex.
Well, no, I'm saying in this one they kind of have
Bernie,
all.
they
three.
have all three in one store.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like smaller displays, obviously. But I'm actually gonna stop over tomorrow. I gotta get some more bags and boards. And then I'm actually toning down on what I'm buying as far as comics because what I've been doing is like I've been buying a lot of like issue 1s and 2s to kind of get a feel. And then it's like I don't think I'm gonna go any further, but I haven't even been reading those. So
Not even the first 7 pages?
no, not even.
Oh.
Like Rascal Randy, which is a spin-off of Exquisite Corpses, which I really love that. It's I believe they're doing a movie. I think it would be better as a TV show, but a movie it is.
Okay.
It's essentially The Purge.
Oh, okay.
Is. It's the. I'm saying that very just kind of like, but there's more to it. But I mean, when you break it all down, it's The Purge. But they have like actually there's some more spinoff issues coming from it from the different characters because it's like basically the concept is the 13 colonies, 13 original colonies. So there's a team from each state or an individual from each state. They're very wealthy, and they have a killer. And they settle down in one small town somewhere for a night and just kill, including each other.
Wow.
And the last killer standing wins $100 million.
$100 million back then in colonial times?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
Like it's the states. It's in current times, but it's the original.
Oh, it's the original 13 colony states that are doing this.
And you basically get your identity wiped and you get to bounce.
Wow. Okay.
And the different killers, it looks like you're getting spin-off books. Because at the end, spoiler, one of like as they're like kind of cleaning up, they're like, okay, we got 12 bodies here, and they're like, well, there's one unaccounted for, or no, they had 11 bodies. There's like one unaccounted for, and it was a Rascal Randy. So I picked up that book. I started reading. I'm at about page 9.
Huh. Oh, you broke your 7-page rule.
But issue 2 came out, and then they have Fox Mask Killer is one of the other ones that's coming out in September, and then there's one other that's coming in October. But that's a good series that I've been reading as well. And that's why I kind of want to do that horror comic.
Yeah. I mean,
because that Something's Killing the Children.
Maybe, in 2028.
I'm gonna pepper some of them in there.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm gonna do. I've already kind of made my list. I'm gonna do Stray Dogs, which Stray Dogs is such a good read. I reread it last month. I was like, holy shit.
Was that a finite series where it had a definite end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 6 issues, I think. 5 or 6
Oh, that's
issues.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, very, very. Yeah. But it actually carries over into another book. And this other book is actually a longer run. But Stray Dogs kind of cross into that one. Mm-hmm. But Stray Dogs was so fucking good. That is it got option for a movie. Animated feature.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything on it in a long time, but it is a really fucking good read, and it's emotional. It fucked with me.
Okay.
Because once that reveal hit, it was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I wasn't ready for this, and I read it already. Wow. But I want to the one chick from Third Eye. I want to see if she'll do that one with me, or the one because Stray Dogs, obviously dogs, and the next book was Feral, by the same writing team and art team. I think her cat, like they have like a feature at the back of the book. If you send a picture of your cat, her cat got featured in one of the books.
Oh,
so I was like, okay,
that's
so
cool.
she reads this. So I was like, I might sit down, see if I can get her to do that or Stray Dogs with me.
Okay.
But, like some of these horror comic series, it's like I want to talk about them. And maybe 28, I might not even put up a vote. I might just say this is what we're doing, bitch. Like, and I mean, honestly,
history in horror comics goes way back to at least to the 50s.
I could have just lied and say, hey, horror comics won. But like, well, you didn't put the results up. Nobody ever asked, but like, you didn't show the results. Like, oh well, I lost them. Meta deleted it. But either way, that's it, Phil. Let's wrap this son of a bitch up, because like otherwise it just turns to another fucking horror episode, and we're already over 2. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. And I mean,
so now that Brand New Day is out, why don't we say, do you have an order of your Spider-Man movies?
Oh yeah, I did have that on my notes. I just skimmed past it.
And does this include the animated film so far, or just the live action?
So I would do just the live action, because for me, the animated ones with Miles,
they upset
those are.
Oh, are those your favorites?
Those are my things.
Okay,
like I love those, but I'm also a Miles and Spider-Gwen fucking fan. Like they're like in my modern Grails.
Yeah,
like those are 2 of the 3. The other one being X-23.
Oh, for the first appearances?
Yeah.
Remind me, I got to show you something before I leave.
I actually have all 3 of them now, so I'm like super happy.
Okay.
But if I'm going live action,
is the copy of the Miles one up there?
No, that's when they did the hip hop variants.
Oh, okay.
Which there is an X-23 one. I don't know if I have it. It's her
hip hop one.
Yeah, they did DMX's second album. Flesh for My Flesh, Blood for My Blood, and it's her covered in blood with the white background. I was like, ooh.
Oh, speaking of X-23, I heard somebody was posting yesterday about if they're going to have to recast the X-Men anyway, why not just bring Daphne back as X-23? She's the right age to be the future Wolverine, and just give her her own costume at this point and just have her be.
I hope that's something that's going to be a thing. We don't know,
because I think they were implying of having her in place of Wolverine. I was like, that's probably not going to sit well publicly, but you could have her in there as well.
I think it can work, because like people really loved Logan. And a lot of people really liked her.
Oh yeah, but I think eventually you have to have a Wolverine, because he's just too popular. He's too marketable of a character.
I think they could go that route and then bring Hugh Jackman back as Old Man Logan.
Oh, okay. Have him show up in a cameo.
No, just because Old Man Logan was in the books with them. So I mean, they could go that route, and I would actually like that a lot more. For the time being,
and just have Hugh Jackman play the role till he's 96.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
He'll fall over on stage.
Like make him do it as a heart attack on film. Like Wolverine can't be killed; he can be drowned. Actually, just let it happen. Like, I'm down. But as far as my rankings, let me think. I'm going top 5.
Okay. You're not going to do all of them?
No, because I don't think I need to talk about Spider-Man 3. Or Amazing Spider-Man 2, for that matter.
Spider-Man 3, Raimi's Spider-Man 3 is probably my worst.
Yeah, that's definitely at the bottom of the pile for me. I'm going to go, Spider-Man 2 has to be, just because it felt like when that movie hit, I felt like we're moving in the right direction for comic book movies. This is the future. And then Spider-Man 3 happened. It's like, how do you get so like opposite, right? But Spider-Man 2 for sure.
Yeah.
I would say next for me might have to be, and it's recent, like watching Homecoming. I've actually really started liking that a lot more. So I'm gonna go Homecoming after that. Because it's the original, I'm gonna give Spider-Man 1, even though it had its issues. But I like Willem Dafoe as Osborn. I think he was great. Then I got to go Far From Home. That's the one with Mysterio.
Yeah, with Gyllenhaal. Yep.
And then I'll gotta do the multiverse one.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah. So I think that was 5. So 2, Homecoming. 1, Far From Home. No Way Home. Yeah. Okay. So those are my 5. After that, like, I like Andrew Garfield. But I think the thing is, again, he's just too cool of a Peter Parker. Yeah. And I just can't because like that is important. Like Peter Parker is like important to the role. So I can't be like,
I love how balanced Holland is, where he's definitely the uber nerd outcast. Even
And he's awkward.
and he's awkward. And then he puts on the suit and he's still doing the one-liner zingers.
Yeah.
And he is amazing moving around because he's a fucking dancer. So
Actually, one of my favorite lines with him is like when he meets Doctor Strange, like, I'm Doctor Strange. Like, oh, we're using our made up names.
yeah, exactly.
Spider-Man.
He
And
he easily just fanboys out about everything around him, which is exactly what a kid would be. I mean, shit, that's what I'm like as an adult.
and to be fair, if I was going beyond a top 5, Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, probably would be my number 6.
Okay.
Because
So even over Brand New Day.
yeah, I enjoy Brand New Day, but there's just a lot of
Okay.
shit
That
going
is
on
interesting.
where it's like, it's fun to watch. But in terms of like just a story that I can say, okay, this is a story. Like even that No Way Home, it was a lot of fan service, and I think that's why I enjoyed it, because it's like I'm not looking at this as like a story. And even with killing Aunt May, like putting that emotional punch, there's like, okay, that gives it some heart.
I mean, that was the most storyline they did in there, is killing Aunt May and Defoe. They were the story reasons to watch that, was that.
Yeah,
The rest
but-
of the story was pretty weak for No Way.
Yeah, it was just like a lot of fan service, a lot of like goofy shit going on, and I'm fine with that because honestly,
It's some really good scenes, but
yeah,
as
the
a
action was good.
Overall story, it's pretty weak.
Yeah, but like I would put Amazing Spider-Man at 6 if I'm going beyond, then probably Brand New Day after
Number
that.
7, okay.
Because the rest, anything after, I was like, ugh,
Okay.
I'm not watching those other ones.
Curious.
Are there others after? No, it's just Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man. Ooh, let me chill. Like, 'cause I don't want to put Brand New Day that far down. Like, there's only 8 of them. Damn, I thought there was more. Fuck. All right. Let me.
But above all of that, you put both the animated films, even above Spider-Man.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
I love those.
Which one out of the animated ones, which is your favorite of the two so far? 'Cause I know the third one's coming.
That second one was a lot of fun. I'm gonna go with the second one. The first one was really good and it set up the world, but that second one, the second one gave you like a bigger emotional punch. It gave you a bigger emotional punch because he fucked up. And it's like, and once you realize, oh shit, like, you have to lose someone, like, for this, like, to kind of be a thing. And it's like, okay, now there's this rush back. There's a lot to that one. I'm like, oh, there's some consequences here, and I got to see where this goes. But so let me reshuffle my file, because I'm gonna put Brand New Day in there. I'm gonna move No Way Home down one.
Okay.
I like the no number 6. Brand New Day's number 6. No,
So that just edges out the first Amazing Spider-Man.
because the fan service in No Way Home, it was just, again, I like seeing the 3 Spider-Man together. You forget that Matt Murdock pops in there for a small cameo. You have the other villains. I mean, yeah, there's the fucking dumb thing that really killed me with Jamie Foxx. It's like everybody's supposed to have known who Peter Parker was. That's why they were there. But then when Andrew pulls off his mask, like, oh man, I was just hoping you'd be a black kid. I was like, dog, weren't you supposed to know who this is why y'all are here? That's shitty writing. So I don't know. I think they're kind of like teetering together. But I'm gonna keep No Way Home at 5, and I'll put Brand New Day at 6 because they had their own issues too. But so it's 2 Homecoming, 1 Far From Home, and then No Way Home.
Okay.
Final answer.
All right. I agree that Raimi's Spider-Man 2 is my top one. My number 2 is Far From Home.
That's fine. I like
Just
it.
because that's the first where you get to see Holland begin to separate himself away from Stark and become his own person, because Stark is dead.
He died.
But also the way that sets up, they did something that I never thought they would be able to accomplish, and made Mysterio a viable villain in a live action film, which I thought was going to be extremely difficult. And I love Jake Gyllenhaal in that movie. I think it's a bit overly complicated to have Mysterio have a team behind him. I think he works better as a solo act where he's doing everything himself, or he has like one henchman person.
Sure.
But because they played it off the Stark already existing, it made sense for the world. And I love the fact of how they leave that movie where Parker is totally fucked at the end, because
Yeah.
that feels very much like everything I read as a kid, where no matter how up Parker is, life always hands him like a bag of lemons and says, deal with that shit. And the fact that at the very end they got J.K. Simmons to come back as a YouTube version of Jonah and say, hi, Parker Spider-Man.
I
You're
forget
fucked.
about that ending.
That ending is like probably the greatest ending. Yeah.
I got to move it to 3 now.
So that's why that beats home, because Homecoming's my number 3, and that end scene is why that beats out Homecoming for me.
I think I got to move Far From Home to number 3 now over the OG.
So Homecoming's number 3 for me because Keaton was so good as Vulture, and despite the fact that movie wise you should automatically see that Keaton is the father of the girlfriend. It's telegraphed. I mean, that's but because I'm so deep into the comic book lore, I never saw that the first time I watched. I was like, "Oh shit, that was a great reveal."
Well, I mean, I would have never guessed it because I didn't think Michael Keaton, was into black chicks. So, like that caught me off. I was like, "Dang, son!"
But
and then Tom saw it. Tom was like, "I like
so
black
good.
chicks too. Like, we should team up."
Yeah, Michael Keaton was so good. And they have the great scene in there of the building falling on top of Parker, and he has to talk himself into getting the fuck out of there without Stark's help and make it as a hero.
Yeah.
And how personal it got with him and Keaton at the very end, because Keaton ends up as his girlfriend's father, and he is like, it's the same thing that always happens to Parker. The people who are closest to him also are an enemy to him.
I mean, I feel like, if he would have played his cards right, that could have been his father-in-law. They could have had a big, there's a comic I have upstairs right now. I haven't even read page 1 called Killer Influence. Mm-hmm. And it's a serial killer and a social media influencer.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The influencer's like, look, I need to get more views. And the killer's like, look, I need to really get this serial killing, kind of off the ground. Mm-hmm. So, like, let's team up. So they could have did that there.
And I loved how rich the Homecoming world was, where it played off of the Avengers Tower incident.
Yeah.
And how it even went deep into the lore as it did with setting up a potential Prowler character, as well as having the Tinkerer in there, which is a deep cut Spider-Man villain. Because both Tinkerer and Vulture were the two of the first supervillains he ever fought.
Yeah, like
in the books anyway.
The Homecoming world, like they set up a good framework for the Holland verse, as we call it.
So those are my number. So Homecoming is my number 3. Number 4 is Into the Spider-Verse for the animated thing. That's my favorite of the 2 Miles ones, and I think that's a really good, well-told story. Yeah, involving introducing the multiverse world and with all the richness of the characters in there.
Yeah, like I think the story itself is great. I think both stories are great. I feel like that second one like really starts setting up consequences of what you've done, and it doesn't just affect you. This is affecting everyone around you, and then they showed all the other fucking spider people. I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. But I think they had like an action figure that like was not even in the movie, or it was like in a quick like frame. They're like, hey, we're gonna make a figure of this one. I don't think anyone bought it. Like I've been seeing it for like $15. It's like a big boy. It's a chunky one. It's like,
was it the Spider Bot from?
No, it wasn't Pinay Parker's bot. It was something else.
Okay,
it was like
Okay.
Whatever it was, is like you see it like real quick and it's like that's it. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh man, if they make it's a Spider-Man related thing, they make an action figure of, they'll definitely try and sell it.
Of course.
Kind of like how many variants of Batman can you see?
I mean, if it made sense to me to own it, I would have got it because it's $15. But it's like I don't even have room for it. Number one, and it doesn't make sense. So what are we really fucking doing here? So
Into the Spider-Verse is my number 4, and then Brand New Day is probably my number 5 after that.
That's fair. I
and then Raimi Spider-Man 1 would be my number 6.
Yeah, it's like that one teeters with me because it's like I like Willem Dafoe a lot.
I do.
It is like
the Goblin costume is so wonky for me in that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's like there's fucking cyborgs out here fighting them now. You fucking robot.
Yeah, he kind of looked like a Power Rangers villain, but I do like the way the glider moved, and I do like the way the pumpkin bombs worked.
Yeah, I mean, there's I don't know, like again when that movie hit, it was like, okay, we're here. And then when Spider-Man 2 hit, it was like, oh, we are here.
Yeah.
And when Spider-Man 3 hit, it was like, okay, we're not really here. And then X-Men 3 hit, it was like, oh my God. Like, now they're just
both Raimi's Spider-Man 3 and X-Men Last Stand are films where the entire film I don't like, but there are scenes in both those movies that I do really like.
Yeah, there are things I really like, but like the actual film itself is like,
as a whole. Yeah.
And it's crazy
There's
because
some
like
really good scenes in both those films.
In both the original X-Men trilogy and the original Spider-Man trilogy, the number 2 films were the ones that are like,
those are the ones that stand out. Yeah.
The like, we are looking good. They've got a bright future. And then you see those third ones, you're like,
oh man, what happened?
Y'all are just taking advantage of us now. Y'all are like, we got you hooked. Now we're gonna make trash. And I was like, yeah, kind of. And then they give us Amazing Spider-Man, which again, it wasn't terrible. Yeah. And they give us X-Men First Class, which wasn't terrible. It's just both things didn't feel right. And it was like, you know what? I'll take whatever at this point.
Yeah. So after Raimi's Spider-Man 1, I'd have to say the second Spider-Verse movie, Across the Spider-Verse, is my one after that. And the only reason that one sinks so low is because I love Miguel, and having him turn into a villain seems very wrong for me. So I'm hoping that gets resolved kind of in the third film. So I'm giving him a little bit of leeway because we haven't seen how that character resolves. But having him as the ultimate big bad seems like mischaracterization for me.
Well, I think there's a justification to it though. Too, it's not like he's like a mustache twirling villain. He's a villain in the sense of like, look, we've got an order to hold here. And this guy's not doing it. So, from those blurred lines, it looks like, well, you are the villain here.
Yeah, so that's why I'm giving it similarly. But by the end of that movie, it really feels like they're setting him up to be the big bad for the third film. And I'm hoping that's not the case.
Like, yeah, I think...
Because Miguel never really was a villain in the books. That's a big change.
No. Well, I think it looks like what it's going to end up being. Obviously, you have, he ends up in the wrong universe. And he's facing himself.
Yeah, which is cool.
So I think that Prowler
man in the mirror concept. Yep.
So and I'm excited for it, but we'll see where it all goes. But, Phil, let's get the fuck out of here. I said 30 minutes ago. We're at 2 hours.
Okay.
So let's wrap up. As always. Oh no, I'm sorry, Phil. Shout outs, mentions. Well, I'm sorry. I was about to cut you short, dude.
That's fine. I don't remember if we do that on here or not.
We do, but then you always you're like, I don't have any shout outs. I'm like, Phil, where can we find you?
You can find me at Nerd Ragecast on X, Twitter. So
that's it.
Yeah, you don't need to find me anywhere else.
Yeah, like stay out of his business, bitch. Even though I'm gonna tag him.
I'm sure, yes.
In the post anyway. You don't got to find them anywhere, but where I tag them and then on Twitter. I don't even know if I have that anymore. I'm pretty sure I took it off my phone because I don't even know how to use Twitter. Like, shit is dumb.
It's a zoo. Yeah, Twitter's just as crazy as Facebook.
Yeah, fucking weird. As always, to you guys, the listeners, thank you. If you all have any questions or concerns or criticisms, always feel free to reach out. You can find me at bjj.wiki on Instagram or Off the Mats Podcast as well on Instagram. I'm surprised I haven't done an Off the Mats Nerdcast Instagram yet. Just too much work.
That's another one you have to do.
It's more work, but it actually would kind of fit because I have a lot of fucking comic book content on all the other pages where probably should just filter there. Maybe we'll see. People are going to be pissed. Like, another one.
Was this a fourth or fifth IG that Dante's running?
It was like 7th or 8th.
And then that's why Dante doesn't run the Nerd Rage Facebook page like he's supposed to. He's too busy on IG.
I got other shit. But I was like, yo, you haven't done that in a while. I was like, dog, I got like 10 Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts at that. They all have Facebooks attached.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, y'all can find me at those places. I want to give a big shout out, as always, to the Nerd Rage Radio crew, as Marilyn Phil is here with me as part of that. But Bobby, Chris, it fucked up my words, like Bobby, Chris, Joe, Marilyn Phil, and Marilyn Phil's here. All the cats over there. If it weren't for Nerd Rage, I wouldn't be doing the podcast. So thank you very much. And also, I've been wanting to add Mark into that shout out for kind of getting me started because he did the very first episode, and if he didn't do that first episode, I would not have done a podcast.
And now you have an anniversary episode every August.
Yeah, where we're supposed to talk jiu-jitsu and we just
You guys rambled on a lot.
Anything. Yeah, we Phil, it seems familiar.
I'm sure if we do a horror episode with Mark, it's going to be very rambling.
I think he's still in Thailand. I got to...
Oh, really? He went to Thailand, huh?
Yeah, he's got family there.
Okay.
Although I did just post up a post. It's like, when your bro goes to Thailand and books a solo trip to Thailand, you know.
Yeah, I
you see how this looks.
I didn't realize that's what that was referring to. I didn't realize that Mark had family there.
Yeah. But like, he's mentioned it, so I'll bring it back up to him. He's mentioned us doing an episode many a time, and we've never connected.
Yeah, we should either do a horror episode or a Nerdcast episode with him.
But he's been doing a lot of horror lately, and I think he wants to do a horror episode. It'd probably be one of those, like, the end of the month episodes.
Yeah, just end up random talking about shit. All right.
But shout out to Mark. If it weren't for him, I definitely wouldn't be doing a podcast, because if he would not have done the first episode, I wasn't going to do a podcast. That was just like, all right, moving on. So thank you to Mark. I also shout out my other podcast, So You Like Horror, as we talked a little bit about horror here, and we just mentioned it again there. We doing scary movie stuff. We just released the It Chapter 2 episode, which was not scheduled, but because I liked Welcome to Derry so much, and we did It from 2017, I was like, fuck it, let's just do the whole trilogy. And it was a lot of fun. So go check it out. It was just me, and it's a lot more fun to have a conversation versus just fucking reading notes. Like,
we can play off somebody else.
Yeah, reading notes for an hour and a half by yourself is fucking lame. But I also don't like fucking with people's schedules and inconveniencing them. So I'm a people pleaser, Phil. That's my advice. But yeah, if y'all into that kind of stuff, go check it out. So You Like Horror on Instagram, all the words separated by underscores. And yeah, that's the Instagram. And if you want the podcast, it's wherever you listen to this, it's there. And last but not least, again, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to my co-host and good friend here, William. Thanks for coming through, talking Spider-Man with me, talking X-Men, talking horror, talking about George Michael and Michael Jackson. And yeah, just, making the time and coming out here. And I talked to Joe. He said he's down. We just got to sort out when.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about scheduling, because September is coming up fast, and I know we got a pregame prep before October hits.
Was more so you, because he's like, look, I can make my time work.
Oh, really? So, I thought his schedule was pretty crazy.
It's like, if we're gonna, it's usually Saturday evening. So it's like, we just got.
So he can do pretty much any Saturday evening.
We just got to give him a date.
Okay.
So we'll talk off air, sort that out.
Sounds good.
And then I'll message him and confirm, like, what can we do? Because I told him I got to do Hell House with him as well. So it might be a back-to-back weekend with him, or split it up. But either way, I got some episodes I got to record with Joe as well. But otherwise, yeah, that's it, y'all. We're going to get out of here. We're at fucking 2.5 hours. I'm so sorry. I'm not even going to edit shit because I'm lazy.
Hey, if it's a brand new day with as popular as the movie is right now, they're not going to care. They'll listen to it.
Plus Phil,
because it's brand new day.
Like, they're like, Phillium's there. We're going to go there.
I'm the spider guy.
We got to hear, like, his insights, and then Dante's going to try to fuck with him. See, people just tune in to see if I can, like break you. And they're just like, fuck.
Well, the people that know us tune in for that. Yes.
Like, nah.
They love seeing me. They love hearing me crack up when you say some crazy shit.
Like, I was thinking about it earlier because my fucking nose was running. And it was like, I don't know what was going on. I think it was just cold. And I was like, I couldn't pack enough cocaine up there to stop it running. So we just had to deal.
I mean, yeah, you didn't. Well, this isn't the horror show. You didn't do any of the.
Yeah, I don't do any edibles on.
No, you didn't do any of the sound effect shit.
Nah.
That's only for the horror show.
Actually, I don't know where my card is, so I don't know which button is which. So I don't.
No surprise, motherfucker. No cocaine and hookers, my friend.
Cocaine and hookers.
Cocaine and hookers.
That's the first one. I know that one.
He knows where that one is.
That one's the first one, but
no shotgun cocking.
I don't know where that is. That
was great.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. We got gunshot.
Button number 6. So
shots fired.
But either way, like, we gonna get the hell out of here. Thank you, everybody. We love you, and y'all know what it is. You guys keep listening, and we're gonna definitely keep making these shows. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.
I think that's good for now.
The end.